I clicked it like as you were asking.
I hate you.
Oh shit. Yeah. So yeah,
We're
we're
live?
live. We should
Good.
be.
What's up,
I
you
hope so.
nothing? Welcome to the Nothings podcast. Wait, are we live? I'm not doing this fucking read if we're not live. Oh, we're live. Yep.
What
Welcome
read?
to the Nothings podcast.
Well,
This read I put
Twitch
in
is
my.
taking a second though. Twitch is really lagging.
Yeah, well, fuck them. Catch us live on. Oh, wait, actually, fuck. The Twitch is the one fuck it. I'm not doing a clip of the intro. Catch us live on Twitch, YouTube, Stereo app, and more, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Mondays. By the way,
What are you doing?
the and more is D Live because apparently Jem doesn't know how to activate her Trovo account. And listen back on
I
Spotify,
can't even
Google
pretend to care.
Podcasts,
Dude, what is? Dude,
Pandora,
stop!
or
Stop! Stop!
wherever
Stop it!
you get your favorite
What are you
podcasts. And
doing?
remember, you can send in questions at
I like
askthenothings
to
at
smooth.
gmail.com
I like smoothly just
whenever
going in, dude.
or voice messages on Stereo app during the live show. All right, yeah, that was pretty
We gotta
smooth.
stop that. No, we gotta stop that. It's too
I
formal,
told
dude. It's less. I want it to start and we're just in a conversation. I don't want any. We can do
really,
that
you
after
know
the
what's
fact.
too formal? Taking 7 minutes to turn on the podcast
No,
because you're
that's.
over here fiddling with OBS.
Ah, you're the king of just misdirects, dude. No, no. That has nothing to
Deflection.
do with what we're talking about. Yeah.
That's a whataboutism.
If I turn on a podcast called The Nothings and immediately they're like plugging their fuck, I'm gonna be like, I'm already listening. Shut up.
I told you last week I'm gonna sneak it in every now and then. I'm not gonna do it at the beginning next week. I
All
might do
right.
it in the middle.
Well,
All
I
right?
like when we sneak it in when one of us goes to get a water or something. You know what I mean?
Which always happens, by
Yeah,
the way.
it's perfect. It works and it leaves. It's nice plug time.
By the way, I was thinking about the last couple weeks because I feel like maybe 2 or 3 out of the last 4 episodes we've talked about
Okay.
girls on Twitch and like hot girls on Twitch and shit.
Hmm.
So I made another post
Oh,
on Twitter,
jeez.
and on Instagram, and I think this is true. I really do think that if you're upset about Twitch thoughts and hot girls on Twitch, showing off their ass and
Yeah.
their tits and everything, you're just not talented enough to beat them.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
It's just a jealousy thing.
It is. Yeah. It's envy. It's jealousy. It's greed. It's every sin. Now I'm
I mean,
not saying
I'm
you can be
watching.
frustrated. I understand
Yeah,
someone being frustrated, but for someone to be genuinely like upset enough to like make a
I saw
video
this
about it.
girl like almost have like I can't like I don't get it. Like it's just like what do you like what like she was flabbergasted that people like herself work hard and I can't believe like the Twitch community just like let this happen. It's like what are you talking about, Sarah? Like like welcome to what the world is. It's like, yeah, it's a bunch of horny guys on the internet. Of course they're gonna watch a girl fart into a microphone compared to you talk about your day.
Oh, she was complaining about the Twitch thoughts as a girl. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Oh, it
By
happens
the way,
so
she
much.
doesn't work hard either. So
Yeah, like
let's nip
when
that in the bud right away. All right.
when did becoming a Twitch streamer become this like oh man, you're really putting in that 9 to 5 grind, aren't you?
Oh, any job, dude. I hate when people like waiters and like just people who work retail constantly complain, dude. Like oh, I worked a fucking 6 hour night shift. It's like, dude, you don't work hard. You stock shelves. It's not hard. It's not hard work. It's just, I mean, it sucks, but you know what I mean. I feel like
Yeah,
people complain about
there's
working
a
hard when they
difference
don't.
from someone working hard and their lives sucking. Usually people that complain about other people's success, they're just upset because their life sucks.
Yeah. Like, dude, people work construction, fucking landscaping, fucking masonry. Like, that's hard work. You're lifting heavy things, like fucking sitting in answering phones in an office isn't fucking hard work.
I'm an artist, and these people are just fighting and farting and licking their microphones. It's like, yeah, and they're
Yeah.
winning. What's that say about your art, Sarah? Like, what are you doing there, Sarah? Loose, whatever your fucking name is.
And by the way, if those Twitch streamers are like successful just from talking, 9 times out of 10 they're very attractive, and that's part of the reason a lot of people are listening to them. No one's listening to a fucking chick with an eye missing and like, a lumped up face.
No one's listening to Honey Boo Boo's mom play video games.
Yeah, no one's like,
Yeah.
find me that chick that's a popular on Twitch. 'Cause
Very, very rare. I mean, listen, a fucking blind squirrel finds a nut kind of thing. A broken clock is right twice of the day, but yeah, very rare. It just It's crazy how reality could be staring you in the face and like you just have to have a fucking stroke on camera to try to act like that's not happening. It's like it clearly is. Like you're fighting this hard in a losing battle because you're wrong. Just like it's okay. People want to watch hot people on the internet. Case closed.
Yeah, just show your tits. You know what? I actually respect Twitch thoughts more than the chick that like shows a ton of cleavage and clearly like constantly refers to sexual innuendos, because it's like she's just like riding the line and like.
Basically, you respect the stripper more than the girl that works at Hooters.
Yes, yes. I
That was the
respect like
best analogy in my life.
I know, because I was trying to. I respect like the radical fucking like I respect a radical Islamic terrorist more than someone who's just like, yeah, I go to the mosque on Sundays every once in a while. It's like you're not religious. Like you don't believe. You're just pretending.
The other guy's really true to his convictions.
Yeah,
He's
dude, he's fucking. He
running
believes.
into running into the train station with his backpack kicking.
Yeah, like he's got conviction. You know, maybe evil, but at least he believes.
Yeah, at least he was, doing fucking. He was playing on the monkey bars overseas, training for years.
Monkey bars. Oh shit.
Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna because I had like so many little things to talk about today. I don't know if you do, but like, we might not get to them because we're having Luke on an hour into the show. But I really wanted. We talked about this last week. I really wanted to watch that dude's sister, like her sex tapes, and you just listening to me react to it.
Oh, Misgive's sister. Yeah, dude.
What do you? Because, dude, he's everywhere on fucking YouTube recommendations, and I don't know who this kid is.
He sucks. But like I wanted to like him. I got nothing against him. I don't hate him, but he's so boring, dude.
He seems like every video he does is something trending, and he's like, "Hey, this is trending. I have to track this today."
Yeah.
That's a life I don't want.
He just clawed his way through live stream fails and somehow made it up on the other end, and now he's big, so he's like in like a streamer house. They're doing like what YouTube did like years ago, where like they all get in the same house and make content together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
like they
dude,
join it's all one network, and they all like run into each other's rooms when they're streaming, and it's just like, I hate it's so fake.
Am I getting old? Because it feels like the things that are even like things that were funny 5 years ago, I just like looked at it. It's like, I don't get it. I think I'm getting old, dude. I don't understand the videos on TikTok. I never understand like these wacky creative fucking like YouTuber and Twitch streamers that are just like they're giving away shit and like they're talking about current issues and shit. I'm just like, I don't I was a kid and entertainment seemed a lot more fun when I was a kid.
I think,
but I don't know if it's I was because I was young or it was just better back then.
I don't know if I don't know the answer to that, but I will say I never liked the shit that I don't like now. You know, I never really liked that whole like if I was a kid, I still wouldn't like Mr. Beast. You know, I would have been more of like probably like a PewDiePie.
No, I know, but like the things that were made directly for us, right? As kids, was that just as shitty as the things now like Mr. Beast that's made directly for kids?
I don't know. Someone sent in messages though.
Voice messages or
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's listen to them. And I think we got an email or two also.
Petty Lever. We got an email?
Yeah, let's listen to the voice messages first.
All right. I'll put the first one first.
We don't have to.
Petty World Order. It's nothing and Jim. Petty World Order.
Oh god, we're part of a cult now. It's the blackest cult of all time.
Dude, I'm down.
Yeah, really. I'll get my
I'll
my Reeboks.
I'll join
Let's
a
go.
cult, dude. Oh, dude, it turns out. So remember when we were talking about that, like, the drinking the Kool-Aid thing?
No, I don't actually. I don't.
Remember
Oh,
that
the
cult?
people that. Yeah, they were wearing the Nike Air Maxes.
Yeah, apparently that was like majority black.
No, they
Yeah,
weren't.
I was listening to a podcast like a week
No,
after
they
that,
weren't.
and they
No.
said that, and I was like, oh, dude, I knew it, dude.
Jem. I swear to you, I saw the documentary. Whatever podcast you were listening
Nah.
to, They're wrong. They
It
weren't
was in like
majority.
Chicago or some shit, dude.
Gem, they were majority white.
It was in Chicago. They were all wearing Nikes.
The Heaven's Gate, the cult was majority white, if not all white. There wasn't a
Nah.
black person in sight. I swear to you.
They drank Kool-Aid
I-
and all had Nikes on. What white person in the 70s in Chicago is wearing
Someone
Nikes?
who's part of a cult.
Why would that be a prerequisite, dude?
Dude, they're going to a comet.
Why
They're
weren't they
killing
drinking
themselves.
Tang
Because
or Minute Maid lemonade?
I don't know, dude. They were part of a cult. I can't answer for these people, dude.
I'm already sweating, dude. Jesus.
But that would have raised way fewer questions if they were doing that.
Yeah, why weren't they wearing like Adidas or something? Or Vans?
Skechers.
Yeah. Dude, Skechers. It's the ultimate geezer shoe. My parents wear Skechers.
Everyone's parents wear Skechers.
Yeah. I told them to stop buying like white Skechers. And I said, I remember telling my parents, I was like, only old people do that. And they were like, no, you're crazy. And then they went to Florida for the winter one winter. And they came back with like gray and blue Skechers. And they were like, yeah, you were right. They're like, every person that was 70 was wearing white Skechers. Oh, shit.
Dude, I was driving the other day and I saw a magnet on the back of this dude's car.
Mm.
And it said, "Our family makes music together." And I don't know why, but the first thought in my head was, it sounds like you fuck your kids.
Yeah, that's gay. That's a gay sticker.
It was a bumper magnet. It was not a sticker. Sorry.
That's a little bit better.
Because you can take it off.
Because you can take it out. It's still just as gay to have on there, but at least it's not like permanent. Like they put it on there with like the thing of like, maybe I'll try it. I'll take this on a lease.
Dude, did you see, like, do you notice on YouTube, there's a ton of, like, short clip porn videos on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, of like, little, dude, I was thinking about doing one of those channels.
Where it's, like, obviously either the beginning of the porno
Yeah,
or whatever.
where it's like part of the porn, but obviously not part of the sex part. But like just make
Yeah.
funny memes out of porn. I feel like that could go somewhere because I don't feel like a lot of people are doing it.
Dude, it's going somewhere. And there are a lot of people doing it.
Hmm.
And they'll usually parody, like, a cartoon, like, 3 seconds afterwards.
Oh.
Or not parody, they'll clip it in.
I don't really go to YouTube for my porn, so I don't. Why are you getting recommended those?
Because they're funny.
Oh, dude.
And they're only, like, 8 seconds. So it's like, yeah, let me watch this.
Yeah, I saw a great.
Did you just come in my mouth? You bet your sweet bibbity I did. I can't stop watching that shit.
I just saw a great comment the other day where I clicked on like this 20 or 30-second video and it was like, if I see anything under 30 seconds, regardless of what it is, I'm clicking. And I was just like, yeah.
I've seen that comment before.
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what I do nowadays. Like, no matter what, I'm like, if it's got this many views and it's only 30 seconds, it gotta be good, right?
Yeah, until I see a 30-second ad before the 30-second video, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah, I got Google ad block, dude. I don't negotiate with terrorists. You know what I mean? I got that firewall booted. But yeah.
I want to know more info about what happened to that guy who was duct taped to the airplane.
So Jesus Christ, we're ADD. But dude, so we will play that video of Miskif's sister in a few here. But I wanted to tell you something. So
it's about that guy dying.
No, so wait, what? Oh no, but I do want to talk about that.
Definitely.
And I do want to play one of the short sketches, in his honor. It's a really funny sketch. Did you used to watch the show?
Not the show. They used to have a. Well, yeah, no.
dude.
I guess I saw bits of it. It was, yeah, it's whatever.
When I was in high school, back it was like airing on IFC or whatever. Fucking love that show. But
It was what?
It was airing like when I was in high school.
Oh, okay.
But so okay, so I did this last time I was apartment hunting, where like,
Oh boy.
remember we talked about how like debt companies will call you relentlessly.
Not
Not you, but just like the general you. Like they'll call people.
Okay.
Like, do random people call you? Do you get like telemarketers and shit?
All the time.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. It was Stonewall Jackson me. You were just silent. I was like, oh, you know how like sometimes random numbers will call and you just like silence, like.
Well, you said random companies, so like for some reason I thought of like when I was a kid and they would call my family like during dinner time, Monday through Friday.
Oh, dude, they always called during dinner time. I don't know what they thought like was gonna happen.
Like, oh wow, I was so happy to get a call from you. No, I get more like the robot calls where it's like doop, and then it's like obviously a recording talking to me, and then it brings you to a real person if you're dumb enough or bored enough to click 3 or whatever.
So I don't want to deal with that bullshit. So I never answer numbers I don't know. So now that I'm apartment hunting, I bought a pay-as-you-go phone, another pay-as-you-go phone, just to have it on just that number for.
Dude, you're gonna get arrested for being a drug dealer.
I know, right? But so I get this. It was on sale for $20. It's this like smartphone, right? Android smartphone, $20.
Uh-huh.
So I bring it home, and I turn it on, and I learn that because I have a little payment plan card you buy with it, you know, for like unlimited text and talk for a month. But before even loading that on, it can connect to my Wi-Fi. And I'm sitting there looking at my iPod Touch, and I'm like, wait. I paid $200 for an iPod Touch. And I could have bought a $20 fucking thing to do the exact same thing the iPod Touch does.
Yeah, I've been telling you this for years.
No, you didn't. When have you told me that?
I told you I used to have an iPod Touch in high school as a phone, and then that was obsolete within a year and a half. You're now 30.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me I could get a fucking pay-as-you-go little fucking $20 iPod Touch.
Dude, you just go into a Best Buy or something. A lot of these like shitty pay-as-you-go phones are kind of like smartphones 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, except you don't have to even have a plan or even be a phone. You can just use Wi-Fi to download podcasts and then use it.
No.
You never told me this.
Oh my!
If you told me this, I wouldn't have bought a fucking iPod Touch, dude. It's crazy to me.
Dude, that iPod Touch is years old, bro.
Nah. I bought it this year because the other one broke.
Oh my god! Stop buying iPod Touches.
No,
I didn't even know they still made them.
I know they came back, but dude, it was a revelation.
'Cause of you.
It was a fuck. I know. it was a revelation, and I was like, "Fuck, man." But at least I know now. Although I haven't used it yet, though, so it could be like, something's too good to be true. There's no way that thing's fucking $20 and it's gonna be like good. You know what I mean? It's probably gonna be like 480p.
Well, I'm happy that you now have 2 burner phones, so that way people
I'm only
can
gonna
think
have it for like a month.
that you sell twice the amount of weed as you did before. So, congratulations.
I don't give a fuck. I was buying sandwich bags the other day, and I had like one of like the freezer giant ones, and then I had like the quart. People were looking at me, but I don't know.
You're a weird dude.
Why?
Because of that, right there.
I don't even smoke weed though.
I said you're a weird dude. How does that have to do with weed?
No, but I mean, like, I don't care if people think I'm a drug addict. What is a cop, dude? Do you know what's been my fantasy?
Dude, you should have heard yourself. I don't care if I'm a. You sounded like you were blitzed out of your fucking mind. I don't care if I'm a.
I just burped. But you know what have fantasized about?
What?
Is I fantasized about getting pulled over because it's illegal in my state to text and drive. And I want so bad for a cop to pull me over when I'm on my iPod Touch, like changing a song or something. Oh, okay. Oh,
Jim, I'm pretty sure you can get a ticket.
No, ain't no way, ain't no how. It's not a phone. It's not even. It's unable to call anyone.
Yeah, so
it's an iPod Touch, officer. Okay. I was changing my song.
Yeah, so you're gonna be just like the dude from Providence, Rhode Island. You're not winning that case.
Yes, 100% I am. How am I not winning that case?
What lawyer's taking that case?
Any lawyer in the country would take that case. That's a
really so they can win an extra burner phone in that fucking case battle.
No, dude, come on, drop the bit. Come on.
How would
they win that case? It's illegal to text and drive, specifically text and drive.
So you can do anything. You can be jerking off, watching porn on your. First off,
yeah. What is he gonna pull you over because you're eating a fucking burger?
Hold on. You have an iPod Touch. Like you have no Wi-Fi.
Exactly. I'm not texting anyone. It's not a phone.
Yeah, but
They would have to prove it's a phone to prove I was texting, which they wouldn't be able to do because it's impossible.
Please purposely get in trouble for this and see how it goes.
I
Then
know
we
I
can
would win.
discuss it.
I know for a fact I would. Cause
You know for a fact
that's like
you would win.
because that would be the equivalent of saying changing the song on your actual radio. What is illegal? Like what? You can't look down and press a button in a car.
You're not gonna win.
How?
I'm telling you, because you're putting too much hope.
No,
in,
it's just
what's it called? Not hope. Trust in the justice system.
no, because I've won before on a ticket.
How?
Okay, so when I was around 20. I was drunk and I had to take a lot of aspirin because I punched a dumpster. This sounds so stupid now talking about it.
Wait, rewind. You were drunk and you had to take a lot of aspirin because you punched a dumpster.
Yeah, so I was on my brother's phone plan, and
what's with you and the fucking phones, man?
I forgot to pay the bill. So
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, we discussed that last week when you forgot to pay your internet bill.
Yeah, no, so I forgot to pay him the money for the bill, so he canceled my phone.
Oh, that's a brother move right there.
Yeah, and he called me and he's like, yeah, by the end of whatever, it's gonna be off. And I was like, really, dude? You couldn't wait a fucking month, dude, you fucking. And so, which I'm retarded. I should have just had my own phone plan, and I punched.
Which you still don't have today.
Punched the dumpster really hard, like bruised my knuckle, and it hurt so bad that it felt like sprained or something. So I took a bunch of aspirin, and then I just drank alcohol, like, just to get rid of the pain. Like I wasn't drinking to like get drunk. I was drinking to like.
I can't wait to see how this all
okay.
blends into the ticket.
So I'm driving home, and I'm driving like 5 miles per hour on like a 50-mile-per-hour road, and like cars are honking and passing me because I'm so drunk and like the aspirin's doing something to me to where like I'm just fucked up. So I pull in a CVS parking lot, and I pass out with the car running.
Oh,
and I just remember like waking up to like hey. And I look and like the cop's shining like the brightest flashlight on earth, and the car's still running. And I was like, huh, what? Yeah, what? And so the cops are like, they give me the whole fucking rigmarole, you know. They're like, oh, dude, this is, and I was like, they're gonna arrest me. And I was like, man, I'm telling you, I showed them my fucking hand, and it's like so swollen. I'm like, dude, my hand hurts so bad. You know, I took a ton of aspirin, and then on the way home, I was getting drowsy from the aspirin, so I pulled into here. And you know,
were you telling that before or after all the beer cans fell out of your door when you opened it?
Yeah, no, thankfully I did. And so they had to take me to the hospital.
Oh my God, you little fairy.
Yeah, so instead of actually arresting me, they wrote a ticket up because they had to wait for the whole process. It was late at night, and then they just gave up. No, I left. That's what happened. I left.
You snuck out of the hospital?
Yeah, no, I swear on my life. So
did you go out the window? How did you get out? I can just imagine your little legs dangling from the 3rd-story window.
Well, so like the officer was there, but like he kept walking away, and like they were saying they were getting me to cooperate. They were basically trying to fucking get me for something and get me to admit something, and then get me to take a blood test.
Yeah.
And I just refused everything. They checked out my hand finally, and then I was free to go, and the cop wasn't there, so I just walked out and went home.
Hey, free to go.
So they sent me a nice little thing in the mail, and then I had the audacity to go in and fight it.
Which is beyond me.
Because they were charging me for an OUI. Because the car was on.
What's an OUI again?
Operating. It's when you're not actually driving, but you're in a
vehicle. That's right.
And I explained the situation, and I won. Even though I was clearly in the wrong. And they had blood tests.
Under the influence.
And they had blood tests that I had alcohol in my system. I still won.
So you won it because you were parked?
No, I won it because they were just like, I went in there in a suit and was like, explained the situation, and was very convincing, and like, I was just argued good, I guess. And they were like, that's the first time a fence will drop it.
Yeah, that's not winning. They just dropped it because they didn't feel
that's
like
winning.
Yeah, but that's not like
I didn't get an OUI.
That's like if you were with a hot girl and you're at her place and you're like, listen, I mean, I've done it a couple times. I'm not that good, but I'm willing to try new things. And like, you're really hot. And she's just like, all right, fine, get over here. Like it's a little different than like her being super into you and decides to fuck your brains out.
It's not different because I brought that up because you were saying like they're just gonna fuck me over and rake me, and I was like, nah, you can if you go.
Well, yeah, because you went there, rosy cheeked 20-year-old kid, suit
Yeah,
and tie.
dude, I don't have a record.
Now you're
I've never
now
been
you're gonna
arrested.
go in as a landscaper
Yeah,
with a fucking
with my fucking
rake.
iPod Touch.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
have
gonna
the
walk in with a bindle.
yeah. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have the whole speech ready. I'm gonna have diagrams.
Idiot.
I know I'm retarded. Oh, we have another
Oh,
thingy.
man. A voice message.
Yeah, from D-Ro.
After that, I'll read the email since we're having Luke on in around 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'll shut up now too because I'm yapping. All right.
Jim is so old fashioned. He's like, what is this fire you speak of? he's genuinely surprised about the fucking these cheap ass pay as you go plans.
I am, dude. I was fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully you guys can hear me.
I thought he said what? No, he obviously did hear you this time, so I guess we fixed it.
I don't know. Maybe the particle of sand fell out of like the mic for the iPod.
Oh, we got Gotta Cheat. All right, we have two
Well,
emails.
I was thinking I might be able to get stereo on that pay-as-you-go thing.
I'm sorry. I guess I'll go fuck myself.
No, I was gonna say I can. If it's still an issue, I can use that pay-as-you-go thing as the mic for stereo.
It's a genius idea, but it's not an issue, and I'm trying to read emails, and you're
Okay,
interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it should be.
I'm sorry.
Gotta Cheat sends an email. I tweeted you to say something stupid for me to email you about. You tweeted the Nothings podcast. Not much else to say. Yeah, you guys are dumb. That's why I love you. Oh, a little heart emoji. Thank you, Gotta Cheese. Appreciate that. People think I don't like shit like that. I like shit when people tell me they like me or us or the podcast. I don't care how gay that sounds.
Yeah, a little bit of flattery goes a long way.
Connor sent an email. He always sends email with pictures.
I love Connor, dude. Connor, I think Connor's the best. He showed us how to make a pizza burrito, dude.
I have not attempted to make that. I do not plan on attempting to make that, but thank you.
Yeah.
I question.
I could do it.
Question for the question for the Nothings. Oh, dude, I almost had I think I had a heart attack last night. I'll tell you about it.
That's scary.
I know. Question for the Nothings. Welcome to the Slam. Your boy Chef Connor's Conquest with a new recipe called Rum Ramen. Dude, what the fuck, Connor? It's just ramen, but you make it with Captain Morgan spiced rum and eggs and
Dude,
good shit.
I love how Connor's like our podcast chef. Just coming in with recipes, dude. I'm loving it. Keep them coming, man.
All right.
How do you make
Anyway,
this thing?
I don't know. He's not because he like totally just ditched and now he's talking about something else on the email. Anyway, Music Fest is fun as fuck. The drinks are too fucking used the wrong too fucking expensive. So I brought a cooler with nothing but White Claw. LOL. Also, I found a really depressed looking pony. Pics below. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that is a depressed pony. Oh my, that's the saddest looking pony I've ever seen in my life. And finished making my hidden blades badass shit. Oh my God, dude, this kid might be on a fucking spectrum. My question is, you guys like steamed turkey legs? They are fucking bussin' at Music Fest. That wasn't a question, Connor. All I see is a really sad pony though on your email.
I only really like steamed vegetables. I don't like steamed meat. I like to char it a little bit.
I didn't know you could really. I mean, I know you could boil meat. I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could steam meat.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are steaming meat. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, Connor's really white, so that sounds like a white person thing.
Nah, white is boiling meat.
Yeah, but I feel like steam's the next level.
Oh,
where it's
that's
like we don't even let the water touch it.
Yeah, that's like Portland white.
Yeah, he does look Portland white. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes to like a gastropub and inhales the alcohol and like smokes it, you know.
It's the craft beer.
Oh, dude, the IPA. And then
Dude,
$20 beer and talks about how good it is.
Remember a few weeks ago I told you how my chiropractor made fun of my neurologist.
Yeah, that was hilarious, dude.
Well, this motherfucker's back at it again, making fun of my rheumatologist now.
Oh my god, this guy. The ego on this guy.
Dude, I love this guy. I only go at this point for the comedy. I don't even go for the cracking of my neck. It's like I go, oh, I went to a rheumatologist. He goes, what'd he say? Oh, well, he wants me to take some blood tests. Of course. And he just rolls his eyes.
Classic.
Yeah, classic rheumatologist move.
He's not even a real doctor, this guy. That's what bugs me.
I can't say that to him. Like, my neck's in his hands. You want to know something like
That's true.
funny he told me? So I'm laying on my back. He's about to crack my neck. And I go, by the way, my neurologist says, you know, for me personally not to crack my neck, but it's still okay that you're doing it. He goes, yeah, I mean, I know why he's saying that. And I go, well, why is he saying that, doc? And he goes, well, I mean, like, if you were 80, I wouldn't tell you to crack your own neck. But I mean, you're fine. I'm like, well, all right, well, why is he telling me one thing, you're telling me another? He goes, because he probably doesn't want you to have a stroke. And I'm just laying on my back like, a what? A stroke. And I'm just like, hold on, I don't think I can hear you. A what? And he's like, stroke, you know, like the crew team, like stroke. He doesn't want you to have a stroke. I'm like, I can have a stroke by cracking my own neck? He goes, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. He goes, yeah, but like I could give you a stroke too, but it's like a 1 in 4 million chance. That's why you should get scared if I'm about to crack your neck. And I go, oh, I really hope this isn't the one today. And then, dude, then he proceeds to put me in the position and actually goes, I really hope this isn't the one today. And then just cracks my neck.
Yeah, no, that I would have fucking put him in a headlock.
This guy's like
dude.
fucking Night at the Laugh Factory over
I
here.
would have taken him to the ground, dude. Start ground and pounding him. You out of your fucking mind? He makes that joke before cracking my neck, dude. I'd never go to him again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's funny, but like, I'm mad
It's
at it.
hilarious. It's hilarious.
That's the funniest way to get me to never come to you again. I can't handle that, dude. That is funny though. It's like, oh, every time he does it now, he's like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah.
Crank. So you almost had a heart attack?
Yeah. Oh, dude. All right. I'm almost positive I had a heart attack. All right. My girl doesn't believe me.
I
but
feel like I
I
had one too.
I
a
yeah.
mild
So yesterday, having a great time at my parents. We're celebrating my brother's b-day and everything. Oh, you know, pool, hot dogs, hamburger. Just like the best day. It's just the fucking tops, man. Just playing bocce ball. My dog's there. It's just a fucking good time. So,
What do you mean your dog?
well, my parents' dog,
Oh, okay.
but she used to be mine when I lived there.
You didn't take her?
Well, she was the family dog, and no, I live in
Was she the family dog or is she your dog?
I live in a studio, and she's a bulldog. Like, this would basically be her little playpen.
Hmm.
I can't take her.
All right. Well, because like when I moved out, my cat was already dead, but like it was a family cat, but it was my cat. But if I would have moved, I'm taking that fucking cat, and no one would argue. You know what I mean? That was my cat.
Yeah, but now you're getting kicked out of your apartment, and you have 2 phones. So like, let's go with the story.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying. It wasn't your dog. It was the family
You're
dog.
the only person I know with no apartment and 2 phones.
Yeah.
Like, not even a homeless guy has that kind of gall.
I mean, 3 phones technically.
Oh, so now the iPod Touch is a phone.
I mean,
So now you can't win
I
that
can
case.
text with it.
You just destroyed your own case there, sir.
nah, but it's not a phone. I still wouldn't win.
Yeah. So what is it? Is it a phone or not a phone?
No, I mean I can text and I can talk to people
There we
on
go.
voice,
I'm sneezing.
but only on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, let me tell this stupid heart attack story, because. Hey! Oh my god!
That's fine. You can. I'm sorry. You can tell the story, but it's not your dog.
You're not that guy.
Yeah, you're not that guy, pal.
It's not your dog. It's
That
not
was your
pal.
dog. You wouldn't be able to live without it, right? That's a family dog that you were kind of close with too.
Oh my god, no, she slept with me.
Yeah, that's always a tough one. Then how could you not take it, dude? Didn't it break your heart?
I was allergic.
Yeah, me too. But wait, you're allergic
Yeah.
to dogs?
Yeah, but also it's not like I live 5 hours away from my parents. I see her all the time.
Eh. All right, heart attack.
Hey,
I'm
chap.
I'm breaking
Heart
a
attack.
4.
You're never gonna stop saying that. You're
But
worse than me. You find out about something and now you just say it every fucking week.
I thought it was spelled Report.
It's not.
Nah, it's like Rapport.
Yeah, because you're breaking rapport.
Like report card.
No, that's our. I gotta sneeze again.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! Oh my God. All right. See, I'm having fucking another heart attack. So, all right, we get back to my place. Me and my girl at around. I want to say like 8 o'clock. It wasn't that late. Yeah, no, even earlier because the sun was still up. So like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I'm fucking tired, and I go to sleep. All of a sudden, I wake up, and my stomach's like, man, dude. I don't know what you ate. Could have been that chicken Francesca or something, but this is not good. So anytime my stomach's bothering me, I always squeeze a whole lemon into a glass and drink it because that always helps. It just fucking eats away at whatever's in my stomach.
You know
But
what else does? Not to interrupt, but you know what else works really well for me?
what?
It's pickle juice.
Really?
Yeah, the kind with vinegar in it. If you drink some
Yeah.
pickle juice, it'll burn that fucking acid right down.
Good, good. That's good to know. Because I mean, I like the lemon thing, but I guess if I'm out of lemons and I have pickles, I can always go to that.
Yeah. But my bad.
That's
So-
good to know.
So you're having like really
No,
bad
no.
heartburn.
I'm not having heartburn, just my stomach really hurts.
Oh, okay.
So I run to, I kind of like power jog to the fucking kitchen, and I go get the lemon, and I'm just like, oh no, this really, really hurts. I'm not getting so.
Oh,
So then
no.
Yeah. Oh, no. So I waddle to the bathroom, and like for some reason I have a beer gut going on. It feels like it's just like for some reason even when you're skinny, when you just wake up, you have a gut.
Yeah.
So I waddle to the bathroom, and I go to sit down for a second, like I think I have to take a shit, and then I'm like, no, I have to throw up. So now I'm on my knees, and I'm like, what, and I can't get anything out, and I'm dry heaving, and then I like
Jesus.
I lean away from the fucking toilet, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm getting fucking woozy, and I'm hot and cold at the same time, and it's like I'm sweating and I'm not sweating, and my whole body feels like pins and needles, like when your foot falls asleep,
Yeah.
and I'm just like holding my chest while it's as if I'm having like it's like a neutron star is imploding because there's shit not coming out of my asshole and there's throw up not coming out of my mouth, and I feel like they're meeting at the middle of my body and just like just
Neutron
fucking
star.
solar rays coming out of me. And at that very moment I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die here. Like,
Yeah. That's how I'm
this
going.
is
Huh?
it. Yeah, this is it.
Right
then
in the
around-
bathroom floor.
Yeah, and then around 15 to 45 seconds go by, and I'm just doing really deep. I'm deep breathing.
Like,
deep
what
breathing.
position are you in?
All right.
Are you
Imagine
fetal?
when you have like one knee on the floor, and then no, it's
Like you're
All right,
hiking a
imagine if
ball?
no. Imagine you're throwing up, so both your knees are on the floor, right?
Mm.
But now you move away from the toilet, so like your ass is on the side of one of your legs. My ass is on the right side, sitting down with my legs still like knees hitting the floor. Like my legs are hitting the floor, like my calves, feet, and
I
knees.
got you.
And
I was just
All right,
wondering
you
if you
got
were
it.
laying down or not. Because I probably would have laid down and curled up.
that's a small bathroom. I mean, I could lay down with my knees up, but
Hmm.
I wasn't doing all that. And yeah, dude, just fucking. I'm just like, and then I tell my girl today. I tell my girl, I'm like, hey, I think I had a heart attack, and she's like, you didn't have a heart attack.
What? She never believes you, dude. She's always like, nah, you're dumb. It's like, nah, dude, I'm pretty sure I had a stroke.
She's like, it's very rare for someone your age, and I'm like, yeah, but it can happen. She's like, oh, yes, it can happen. And then I started feeling heartburn afterwards, after I tried yucking up. And she said something about like, well, yeah, when you're trying to throw up and nothing comes out, you're still fucking with the acidics or whatever in your stomach.
Hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, nah, that's heart attack. That's
Well,
that's
what
all
did-
heart attack
What
shit
did you
right
eat?
there.
Was
I
it,
ate a
did you eat
bunch-
something
a bu-
different?
A bunch of barbecue food, bro.
Maybe some of it was raw or something.
Oh, and the anti-inflammatory medication that my rheumatologist gave me.
Oh, dude. Well, maybe it was that.
Yeah, but I've been taking that for a few days now.
And this happened last night?
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, you might want to watch out with that. That sounds fucking sus.
Hmm.
It's got to be something, you know what I mean? Even if
I
it
don't know.
was a mini heart attack, there's got to be something causing it. That's scary though, dude.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what it is, but finally, like something in my mind snapped where it's like, all right, just do fucking deep breaths, man, and relax, and maybe you won't fucking lose your shit. All right, she's texting me. She's listening.
I
All right, here. All right. Oh, that's right. The only reason you're saying it's a heart attack was because that guy told you his symptoms when he was having a heart attack, and you just thought you were. Yeah, but babe, I legit thought I was dying last night. Like for 15 to 45 seconds, I thought I was dying.
That's scary, dude.
She is right. She says I always think I'm dying.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Have you ever had a panic attack?
Well, I heard panic attacks have the same symptoms as heart attacks.
Oh, maybe you were having a panic attack, dude.
I was panicking because I couldn't throw up.
Or just because you weren't able, like when the neutron star thing was happening, you could have your anxiety could have gotten to a point where, like, because I've had a lot of panic attacks in my day, and you think you're dying for sure. No, you don't. You know you're dying. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, oh, this is it. You know how many times I've been, or not a lot, but I probably 2 or 3 times I actually went to the ER because I thought I was dying, and they're like, no, you're just nervous. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, sorry. Can I have my little book bag back?
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, here's it. It's gonna be $4,000 for tonight's video. It's like, all right, I'll get you back on that.
I bet you it ain't.
Yeah, but just send it in the mail, all right? At an
As you
address I know.
walk by people with actual diseases.
Oh, dude, yeah, some guy like lost his arm because I couldn't breathe.
Because you were like you were driving really fast to the hospital, so you cut him off.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I wonder what that.
I've noticed that. I've noticed a lot of hack creators have moved to Snapchat now.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of the whole, hey, this is funny because my grandma shouldn't be doing this, or watch this midget be a midget, but he's doing non-midget things.
Oh.
Ha ha ha. It's just.
It's
boy,
funny because it's a grandma saying fuck. She
Yeah.
shouldn't be saying that.
Grandmas aren't like this. My grandma's dead.
And it's clearly like the grandma is like rehearsed what they told her to say. And she says it like bad acting. And it's like, I hate this.
Half dementia. She's not even getting paid.
Yeah.
She's basically a slave to the camera.
She's like, oh, I like Little Yachty. Like, yeah, and then it's always a grandma dancing or something.
Ha ha ha. Classic comedy.
All right, but yeah, that's gay. That's gay and a half. I don't even know what that means. Hold on.
I always say, oh, sweet. All right, hold on. That means I get the plug stuff.
No, you already did. You already did. You already did.
Yeah, she came running back. Like, no.
I'm here. The water was within arm's reach.
That's fucking hilarious.
Dude, I always
All right,
chug water on this goddamn podcast.
I'll be right, because we're talking for 2+ hours. I'll be right back though.
Wait, where
I'll
are you
make it
going?
water, too. And for me, it takes like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you always go to fucking 7-Eleven, dude. Oh god, it left me alone, guys. Oh yeah, guys, if you want to fucking us to read your emails, send it to askthenothinpodcast@gmail.com. I think it's nothings with an S. And you know, Connor, send us more about that ramen rum thing.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
That
good
was
water, man.
Oh yeah, water's the best, dude. Is there anything better than water?
Nah, I had a joke, but the timing was already off after I hesitated.
Nah, yeah, dude, because even a good juice, it's so sweet. Water, it goes right down.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, fuck the hypocrisy with this whole mask shit, by the way. I'm fucking like the whole mask and the vaccination bullshit. Like, I hate people. I really do.
Why?
There is this bitch on Twitter, and it's not her. It's like everyone on Twitter, but I just happened to retweet her shit. And it was something about, it was a comedian, or at least she does stand up because she has a twat, so people need diversity on the stage. So she claims she's a comedian, but it was about fucking, like, I guess some comedy venue or whatever in New York City is not letting people perform, or they're not letting people in unless they're vaccinated, right? So
Yeah, yeah. It's like
and
New York.
Yeah, and I'm paraphrasing the tweet, but it went along the lines of the whole fucking like, we have to stick together and and call out the businesses like this and get together and not give them our business. It's like, all right, two things. One, I understand that you don't have to go into a business if you don't like it, but what's with the whole fucking community thing? You're grandstanding at that point. Why can't you just say to yourself, okay, it looks like I'm not going there. You just have to like go. We have to stand. What do you mean we have to stand together? Who's we? The fucking 8 people that agree with you?
Yeah, no one. I don't have to stand with anyone, dude. Shut up. I'm gonna do what I want. You know. Yeah. No. I hate the grandstanding. And today, dude, I saw a grandpa, an 85-year-old man with a mask on today, and I was just like, how fucking narcissistic do you have to be as an 85-year-old to put a mask on?
What? Why?
He's fucking 85, dude. Just you gotta go, just go, dude. Why do you care so much? You know what I mean?
To live.
You're literally at the last moment of your life.
Was he a good 85? Or was
no,
he like
this guy looked like he's going within a year's time.
So let him enjoy the year.
Yeah, enjoy the year. Take off the mask, dude. Like, what are you worried about? You're already dying. You know what I mean? What do you got left to do, fucking Frank? You know?
There's no old white guy who's 80 plus years old that doesn't have like a like his name's my name, Whitey.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Whitey Ford.
I walked past a bunch of other 80-year-olds who like weren't wearing the mask, and I was like, there, see? That's a rational. It's like when people get on old people being like, oh, they drink every day. Like my great aunt, she like drinks all the time. And it's like, yeah, she's 95, dude. Why wouldn't she drink? Was she worried about getting liver cancer? She's fucking 95, dude.
Yeah, it's like that scene from Little Miss Sunshine where the grandfather's doing heroin, and they're like, "Hey, don't do that in front of the son or whatever." And he's like, "Why?" It's like if he's doing it, yeah, that's crazy. But me, my age, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I do hate people grandstanding with the mask shit, and in general, there's some people I've seen like just trying to like almost make the lockdowns come back, and it's just like, dude, why?
Well, dude, all right, so that's actually even something I wrote down because there's like I guess a new like strand or something like that, it's called like
The variant or whatever.
Yeah, the COVID variant or something like that. And I'm starting to think like these things they're kind of coming. They're gonna be like COVID. I think is gonna be like the new, like hurricane. It's gonna be like the new hurricane, or the new Weather Channel, no, it's gonna be like the new blizzard because we're from the Northeast. That's what it's gonna be. So like they all talk it up. The news people like, oh guys, get ready.
It's gonna be
Tuesday
a Category 5.
Yeah, there's
and then it hits and it's a tropical storm. It's like, all right.
Yeah, 22 inches of snow, and like you wake up and the sun's out. It's like, what the fuck? Like that was all for nothing. Why do you guys get us all scared like that?
Yeah,
I really do think this is gonna become this.
Yeah, dude, I think you're right. Actually, that's a really good point. I try to tell my parents that, man, where it's just like, dude, like the news and the weather, they make their money off ratings, off advertising. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, if like their bottom line is to get more viewers. So if they sit there and like, oh, it's just gonna be a tropical storm, don't worry about it, guys. Like no one's gonna watch. But if if they talk all week like there's gonna be the biggest hurricane in 2 decades, everyone's gonna be like, holy shit, turn it on, and they'll keep tuned in. You know.
I found the original tweet because I did not, because it's way more grandstanding than I thought it was. Like when I was explaining it here, I almost sounded like the dick. I am not the dick on this one. There's no way.
All right.
She says, in light of de Blasio's announced mandates, I will not, and not's all capitalized, of course, because she has to prove like, I am not. All right, easy, Sarah. Her name's more white than that. It's Chrissy. I will not.
Was it Chrissy Mayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Oh
yeah, no, she's super like yeah, she is, but she's super like she went to like the storm the Capitol and everything. She's super like trumped out.
Gotcha. So she's a pandering comedian.
I wouldn't even say like I don't think her comedy is about that. It's just when she goes on podcasts sometimes like she'll talk about it.
Oh, all right.
She's not bad though. She's not like as annoying as she might come off. But she's also not that funny either because she's a girl.
I will not be performing at any New York City venue that requires vaccination for entry. I will not. Oh, she didn't capitalize that one. I will not participate in segregation by vaccination. I like that. Status. Whether you are vaccinated or not, I encourage all performers to stand together. Then, oh my God, I hate when people like reply a million times to their own tweet. I'm not reading all that shit.
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
standing
they make
together
like
with anyone.
17 different threads.
Oh my God, news channels do that a lot.
It's like, dude, just post a paragraph, take a picture, and post a pic. You know what I mean? Like, why do you gotta? But
It's a lot easier.
no, I agree with her, by the way. But I think I also agree with you where it's like, shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just
That's
shut
the
up.
thing. I don't like. I never said anything about the actual overall view of the tweet. I just
Right.
said it sounds like you're grandstanding, and then I retweeted my original tweet. I was like, you know what? You're definitely grandstanding.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we get it, Chrissy. You gotta let everyone know. Hear your thoughts. Blah blah blah.
I think to me why I don't get as cringed out when it comes to some of that stuff on one side or the other is because with that one, I feel like she really believes that shit. You know what I mean?
God,
When
yeah, I guess I don't know her enough. Where
No, even if I didn't know
that's the
her.
only thing I saw.
Like when a conservative is like taking a stand on something for like because they want more freedom, I genuinely believe they want more freedom. Whereas like sometimes on the other side where someone would be like arguing to like bring mask mandates and lockdowns back, it's like I don't know whether I can trust them to actually believe that or they're just saying it for upvotes because that's like the popular thing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It depends on the situation. Like when I see someone literally throwing a hissy fit at a Costco because they're telling her to put her mask on, it's like, hey, lady,
Yeah.
yeah, they have the freedom to tell you what to do in their fucking business. Like, isn't that what you stand for? And then for you to just throw like a fucking hissy fit and roll around on the floor like you're fucking 3 years old, it's like, yeah, okay, that's like
Yeah.
this has gone haywire.
I hate that person, but I think I might hate the person more who screams at the person to wear a mask. It's like you
I
don't
hate
own the store.
I hate those people. Oh, dude, I hate
Yeah.
those. It's like, yeah, it's like, I'm sorry. Are you paid by Stop and Shop? Like, what the fuck? Did you forget your apron?
Yeah, they both suck though.
They both suck.
Like we've said this before on this podcast. It's like, dude, both people on either side of the mask or lockdown thing. It's like, just shut up. Wear a mask if you want. Don't. If you don't. Want.
I love saying the exact opposite thing when I'm with someone,
Yeah.
just
Oh
to
yeah.
see their reaction.
Oh, dude, for sure. Like if I'm in like a group chat with a bunch of Trump people, dude, I'm fucking challenging them on everything. If I'm in one with the Biden people, I'm challenging them. I don't give a fuck. That's like to get people going. But we have a voice thing.
Alrighty, and Luke should be with us soon too.
All right.
Okay, hello to you guys. How you guys doing? I just pull up to tell you I hope you guys have a nice podcast. It's murder. Alexa, turn the volume down.
Alrighty.
Hey,
that
by the
was-
way,
that was a-
Murder, you forgot to clean the windows the correct way last time. So when you come back for that monthly cleaning service, just make sure to wipe down the tables and clean the windows the right way.
Yeah, for everyone listening, that was Whitey's girlfriend.
Oh, I clean for you. I clean so nice for you.
Yeah. I love how she just dips too.
I water the plastic plants for you.
Yeah, dude. So fucking Trevor Moore died.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna be more like bummed out about that than me.
I'm fucking
When-
bummed.
When I saw that though, it's so weird. Like they keep saying he died from an accident.
Yeah, but they don't say what it is.
I know. I'm over here like, what the fuck's the
It's so
accident?
open ended, dude.
Seriously.
The only thing I can think like when that happens like that in the obituary and stuff is like there's a reason they're hiding it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
'Cause they just
anal
say it
beads
is, dude.
explode in Trevor Moore's asshole.
Yeah.
That'd be a way worse headline.
Like what I can think is maybe it's an OD, but an accidental one, not like a suicidal one. You know what I mean? Or a car accident, but it's like they'd say car accident. I feel like
I like the anal beads blow up in Trevor Moore's asshole.
might have been, but so I will say though,
I like that so much more. Like, imagine that fucking headline, dude.
Oh, dude, that's they probably have a sketch about that. But dude, I was bummed, man. I think
The deadest kids you know.
yeah, I think this is the this one hit me the most out of any celebrity death.
Really, while you're playing with your slinky?
Yeah. It's weird because usually when a celebrity dies, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? But this one, I was like, fuck, we're never gonna get another like show or movie from fucking Trevor. That sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
The only one that hit me almost as hard was Patrice O'Neal, but he was already dead when I found out about him. And then to learn that he was dead after listening to a few episodes, I was heartbroken. And to this day, I'm heartbroken he's not around. But this one was weird because it's like, I grew up with him. He came back during the pandemic, was, you know, crowdfunding a movie and all this shit. And I was just watching like a stream of him the other day. And he's just dead. And I'm like, fuck, man. It
Did
bummed
you
me out.
pull over to the side of the road like I did
I
when
would
Kobe
have.
Bryant died?
I would have.
See, all right then. Now you see. Now you kind of get my perspective.
So my buddy who, like, we quote that Whitest Kids You Know, like, all the fucking
okay,
time.
so you really like that
yeah.
show more than I knew you liked that show.
Oh, yeah, I like that. It's one of my favorite shows.
Okay.
And for years, I would still watch the sketches on YouTube because they're all on YouTube now. And my buddy called me. That buddy I'm talking about, he called me, like, in the morning on, like, the week. I think it was, like, Saturday.
He's
like,
crying.
No, but he was like, dude, did you hear fucking Trevor Morta? And I was just like, no, he's not. No, like, I was going through the stages of grief, dude. I was like, no, he's not. I don't believe it.
Denial.
Even today, I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe, like, what if maybe they could just, like, what if he's just in a coma and they can, and I'm like, dude, I'm going through fucking grief right now.
You want to know who I say that about? I say the same exact. I say that about Paul Walker all the time.
Really?
Yeah, dude, because it still blows my mind that he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't. Like, he wasn't even driving the car, and he's gone. He's just wiped away. Like, no more Paul Walker. And you know what also is hurting the fact that they still haven't acknowledged that he died, even in the latest Fast and Furious movie.
Mm.
In Fast and Furious, his character's still alive.
No, didn't he fucking drive off into the sunset with like Wiz
Yeah,
Khalifa?
yeah, onto like an island with his wife, so he doesn't have to be part of the crew anymore.
What? Why wouldn't
Dude,
they just kill him off?
I don't know. And literally, the last movie that just came out, F9, they're having a barbecue because they always have a barbecue for some reason at the end of these things. And then Diesel goes, "Hold on, there's still one person missing." And then his wife, the girl who plays his wife in the movies, goes, "Oh, he's on his way." And then lo and behold, a Subaru comes and parks in the driveway, and that's the end of the movie.
That's crazy. Why'd they do it like that?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
I don't know. Where the fuck is Luke?
I don't know. Before he gets in here, though, I wanted to watch a sketch.
Oh, we're not watching that dude's. You know, I watch his sister like blow some guy
Dude,
off screen.
Please write it down so we can do
Oh,
the bit.
For next week.
Yeah, so or we could watch it with. I don't know if Luke would enjoy that though, but that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't feel like me and you can watch porn together. I'm not serving up some fresh hot pornos to our guest.
Yeah. It was so hard to want to. Oh fuck! It was so hard to want to pick one because there's so many good ones.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to pick the silly one over the other one, just because I wanted to get your reaction.
Hey, Luke, you want to watch this guy's sister cradle some dude's balls?
Oh.
Hey. There we go.
Hey, Luke, what's up, man?
What's happening, Luke?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
How you guys?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing very good. Sitting out here, it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm sitting outside, so hopefully it's still clear.
Oh shit! Where do you live in Britain?
No, I'm in Spain, in the north of Spain.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye to our folks on stereo. We'll see you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We'll see you next week. Yeah, Luke, dude. It's so fucking cool. You are literally, and this is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. You are literally the first person to like ask to be on the show. So thank you
I'm
for
glad
that.
to be your first.
Yes, yeah. Thank you for being our first on that one.
Yeah, no, I heard your show through Santos, so I found
Ah,
you
yeah.
guys through there, and I just thought I'll reach
Did you
out,
s- did
try
you
to
see
connect with as
the
many.
the latest one, or did you? Because we actually had him
No,
on twice.
the latest one, I was trying to look for the old one. I haven't found it yet.
I think we named it No Fap and Astrology. It's like in the 20s.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it and find it.
That one wasn't as good though, if I'm being honest.
I agree with you on that one, but it's still, Santos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still worth listening to.
No, Santos is great though, man. I've been listening to him for years.
How did you guys find out about him?
I was kind of I was aware of the idea of astrotheology, and I think I found out about it from KRS-One, and then I was just
Okay.
kind of YouTubing like probably like over a decade ago, and I found his old lectures like I can't remember specific names, but yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's been on there a while.
yeah, so I started listening to him. The videos aren't even up anymore. It was some kid in like a car, like the backseat of a car, like interviewing him, and he was talking about kind of the sun and Saturn, and then he was talking about like 9/11 and stuff. And I was just like, dude, who is this guy? Like, this guy's fucking awesome. What about you? How'd you?
You know, I found out about him because I just wanted to know what I'm looking at when I'm looking up at the sky. I wanted to know what the stars were, what the constellations were. I just wanted to physically know when I look at them, what are they? And I'd always followed people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and stuff in my early 20s, but they don't really tell you what you're looking at. They tell you about it, but not so much like you can't point it out.
Yeah,
And
they always come
and
up
that's
with
how
like.
I found out about.
Oh, sorry, but they're always like scientists and stuff. They always take such a cool concept and then they make it so boring by just being like, well, it's exactly 500 something miles. I don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, it's
know?
telling me how many like McDonald's burgers it takes to get
Yeah,
to the moon.
yeah,
I just want to know the phases of the moon. How,
yeah, exactly.
But now I found him, and that was through like some, I think, when was it, like 2015? I was going through some like craziness at the time, and I was just coming to the realization of like what I am, and that's how I found Santos, because I wanted to find out more about light. And I was looking at the stars, going, that's natural light. That's the only light source we have that's like pure natural light. So I just wanted to know what they are, where they are, how they move. And he's the only person that I found that can actually tell you that. Just give you the actual, lay it
Yeah.
out nice and simple.
Yeah, in a really
So I found
interesting
these-
way too.
Yeah, nice. I found that really interesting.
Yeah,
It
Luke,
was
you
great
were.
to hear him on your show.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. You were telling me when we were what's it called, emailing back and forth, and then maybe I just read this wrong. Do you live are you like living on the road 24/7?
Yeah, so I live in a self-converted van. I don't like using the word van life because that's like a big trending word.
That's
But yeah, I converted a van a couple years ago and moved into it, and I've been in it for 2 years now. Pretty much in Spain, really, to be honest. But
And what do you do for work, and how do you like survive financially and everything?
it's a long story, but you got time, I guess.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we got
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I want to hear it.
Do you know, when I was in the UK, I was working doing video marketing, and I used to make documentaries and stuff for athletes, and I wanted to make small videos for businesses for YouTube, but no one really understood what YouTube was and didn't see it having any potential for anything, to be honest, which I thought was a bit nuts. And so I was doing that, but I was doing okay. And I met a lovely young lady. We fell in love, and 1 year after we'd been together, she had a cardiac arrest, and she died in the shop. But in the queue behind her, literally the person behind her was a paramedic on his break with his ambulance outside. And had he not been there, she would have died because he used the defibrillators, the electric things you see in the movies?
Yeah, you rub them.
He had to use them, and he brought her back to life. So she was gone for 2 minutes. Then she came back. But after she came back, she was paralyzed in one leg. She had brain damage. She was really, really sick. She was full-time in a wheelchair. And yeah, we'd sort of lost everything. I had to lose my business, and
Who
we
is
had a
this?
house as well at the time. This was in 2015.
No, who?
My girlfriend, my love,
Oh, okay,
Danielle.
sorry.
Yes, and you were saying in your podcast earlier about having a heart attack young. She was 29.
Whoa.
And,
See, Abe? See?
So it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen. Thank you, Luke.
And she was just shopping, carrying paint in the hardware store.
I was just on the
Jesus.
toilet.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
and she had
intense. Though.
that, and then she's afterwards, she was just not the same. And so I had to stop working. And we had a house that we was renting out, and we had tenants. So they would come in and we'd just manage the house, and we had multiple rooms. But we had to put the house for sale just to have some money to live on now that I wasn't working, she wasn't able to work. So we had to sell the house to use that money to like full-time live. And yeah, the doctors basically said there's no reason, no answer. It just happens sometimes. And I was really unsettled with that answer because I was like, what do you mean just happens? And they said, oh, it's gonna happen again. They said within 5 years, she goes 99% chance it will happen again. And they just said she'd beat the odds by surviving the first one. They said if you have a cardiac arrest, you got 10% chance of even surviving it.
Jesus.
And it's worse than a heart attack because most of the cardiac arrests, they don't get sort of noticed because once you have one, you die. So you go through the funeral, you go through the grief, and then it's old news. Whereas you have a heart attack or you have cancer, everyone sees it for a long time and watch you slowly suffer and the after effects. So it becomes more publicized, more noticed. Whereas cardiac arrest is the #1 heart killer.
I didn't know
And it's like-
there were two different things. I thought it was just
Okay,
another
so-
name for the same thing.
No, so a heart attack, let's say you can have a blocked artery, your heart can just go into a spasm and sort of lock up like a cramp, and you can have a heart attack in different sort of degrees of how bad that is. Whereas a cardiac arrest is the heart keeps beating and the beat keeps going faster and faster and faster until it cuts out.
Wow.
It's like a trap
So the
song.
heart- So yeah, so it just stays on and it keeps beating and it just increases in the beat until it just stops.
And then the bass drops.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's like a trap song, dude. That's scary as fuck.
Yeah, and they said there's no known like cause, no one knows. They said it's just stress. And I was like, what do you mean just stress? And we're like, who's not got stress? Do you know what I mean?
Dude, I had a heart
like-
attack, man. I'm
Yeah.
really starting to think I had a fucking heart attack. Or, I'm sorry, partial cardiac arrest. I don't know.
Yeah, so I was a full-time carer then, and I was like, oh man, this like, what can I do? So I was looking for answers as to. I was going to the doctor like all the time. I had ambulances out every month, and I was given more and more drugs. They were just giving me drugs for this, drugs for that, and then they're like the side effect of the drug. Here's a side effect drug. You know, here's an anti-sickness drug. Here's a drug. Now you're constipated. Here's another drug so you can go toilet. And it was constant until she was on like the heaviest dose morphine that they could give me. They were giving me bottles and bottles of liquid morphine, and I was like, I don't want to be giving her this stuff. She's losing her mind, you know. And I used to be a personal trainer as well when I was younger, and I was like, it just hit me one day. I was like, no one X-rayed her back, no one X-rayed her neck, no one checked her nervous system. So I was like, who the hell checks a nervous system? So I'm googling it. We went to neurologists and stuff, but they didn't do no X-rays or check. And it made sense to me if the heart didn't do what it's meant to do. Maybe there's a communication issue between the brain and the heart. So I was looking it up, and then chiropractor came up. And I was like, what the hell's a chiropractor? I had never even heard the word. I didn't even know what it was. Then I was doing some research, and there's pseudoscience, all this, and I was like, I've got to give anything a go right now. So I took her to one, and from day one, she had improvements. The first sign of any improvements was from her first visit. But we kept going, and then like she just didn't get any further. And the guy said, he goes, I'm your local chiropractor. He goes, I'm not some sort of like healer. He goes, I don't know. He goes, maybe you want to find a better chiropractor. He goes, we're not all the same. And we ended up coming to Spain to a special chiropractic clinic that specializes in like extreme cases. So we sold everything we had. We traveled into Spain. I took her there, and like she only just made the journey because even the car was like just making it like heart. We had a little heart rate monitor, and it was just every so often she's nearly going back into a cardiac arrest. And then after like a year's treatment, now she's just incredibly better. It's been a few years now, and now she can run. She was told she'll never walk again, and she's told she'll be dead within 5 years, and it's been 6 years.
Wow.
And not only is she not dead, she's up walking, her brain's back, her memory's back, she can talk, she can do everything she's told she would never do. And like I said, I wouldn't say it's solely chiropractic care that did it, but that was a huge part. And
What were the adjustments that they did for her?
well, first he said, I told him the story. She came in and he goes, well, I want to do an X-ray. He goes, I want to check. And he showed me all the diagrams, and he's like, look, he goes, here's your heart. And he goes, this is your anatomy. He goes, there's basically a cable that goes from your brain. And he goes, there's 2 places on the spine, on the central nervous system, that go to your heart. And he goes, if we show on the X-ray that there's some sort of pressure there, he goes, that could be what's causing a missignaling to the heart. And showed me the X-ray, and exactly on there, it was like properly out of alignment. You could see that the nerves were like crushed. So he was saying when she had just done a little bit too much, she wasn't able to communicate, like telling the heart to slow down, to speed up. You know, like if you run up the stairs, your heart speeds up. Then when you sit down, it starts to slow down, but you don't have to think about that yourself. Your body's doing it. Whereas hers wasn't able to do that correctly. And that was like, yeah, just a massive eye-opener for me, because I was like, I didn't even know what a chiropractor was.
That's
And since then,
amazing.
I've been to loads myself. I've been traveling to all different ones, to meet different ones, to train with different ones.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's just crazy, man.
That's amazing, man. That's a crazy story to go from, partial brain damage, paralyzed in
Yeah,
one leg, and just telling her that, like, yeah, you kind of got like 5 years, so good luck with that. To, oh no, now
yeah.
she's running, like, and now we're at 6+ years. Has she had any type of, with since those past 6 years, has she had any type of like heart problems or anything at any
In the
moment?
first in the first like 3 years, it kept like every so often we'd get like a scare. We think something's coming back. Like in the first year, I still like we had to go to an emergency center because I thought something was happening, and she was like losing her consciousness, and cost us like 4 grand or something in Spain to go to private healthcare. And again, they didn't check her spine, they didn't check all this stuff, but the chiropractor was closed because it was in the middle of the night. So I was like, what can you do, you know? So I was like, I'll
Yeah.
just go to the regular one. And they're just like doing all these tests and stuff, but not one person was looking at the spine. And even though the owner of the hospital is like a doctor, he came down and it was like something out of a, like, Scrubs or something. Like it was like a big show, and all the other doctors and all the nurses were all like in awe. And yeah, and still, and he just at the end of it, he's like, I know what it is. And he goes, here's some medicine. And he just said, oh, you've got this, what's it called? Familiar Mediterranean fever. And he was explaining to me, because it's just a super rare condition. He goes, where your body just inflames sometimes. So here's a drug for that. And she tried the drug, and she got sicker.
Oh my God.
So we quickly got rid of that, went to the chiropractor, and he said, yeah,
Jeez, it's
that's
like
your problem.
it's like the rheumatologist
Yeah.
that gave me the anti-inflammatory the other day, and I'm over here on the toilet.
Yeah, what do you think an anti-inflammatory does?
I just thought it makes your body not as inflamed.
And what's inflammation?
Hey, Luke, you're talking
Yeah.
shop. I don't, I honestly don't know the answer to that. I don't know.
Yeah. So think of your body. It's like if you got a car, a vehicle, yeah, you go to a mechanic. If you know a little bit about your car and how it works, you know when someone's just selling you something. You
Yeah.
know when someone's actually not looking at the body to fix it. They're just trying to keep it ticking over, get you to that 65 years old, retire, and you're done with a load of illnesses and not living a life. So that if you get overly medicated, that's what happens. But you need to take like independence of your own health.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
so much,
you're
there's
right.
so much
You take
information
one
out there now.
medication and then you take a bunch more, and you're always just like there shouldn't be aisles and aisles in stores selling
Yeah,
pain medications. It's like that. There's a problem there, obviously. If everyone's in
there's a
pain,
yeah, there's
if everyone needs medicine.
yeah. Like I'm not anti-medicine. I'm not anti, say, pharmaceutical drugs, but I am anti like letting other people take all the responsibility. The doctors are busy enough as it is, and we don't know our own body. It's like something I took for granted in my life, and it took her getting so sick of me to witness it to really take that in.
Well, with the girl that the woman you love, right? The girl you're with.
Yeah,
So before she had that cardiac arrest around 6 years ago, right?
yeah.
Is there still things that she can't do today, or she has a tough time doing today, that she was fully able to do before that episode 6 years ago?
Yeah, she's still not as physically strong as she was then. Like before then, she was exercising a lot. She was doing kickboxing and all different like activities, and like I said, and working really hard. And now she's just building that, like in the last year, really. She's just starting to train again. She's just starting to exercise again. Because she was in a bed for a full year. She lost like all her muscle mass, all her fat. She was like anorexic, and she was on loads of drugs. You know, she was like losing her mind. Like she was literally going crazy. She was thinking all sorts of weird stuff was happening. And yeah, so she had to just even get her mobility back from being bedridden for so long, as well as getting the function back in her leg. It was like her body just deteriorated in that time.
And then how are you guys today, like surviving financially and everything, you know, with living?
Yeah, so we sold a
and all
house 6 years ago. We moved to
Okay.
Spain because when I was in England as well, I needed to look for somewhere now that was on a ground floor, had a bathtub because I was washing her and she couldn't stand in the shower.
Oh wow.
I wanted a garden because I couldn't take her more than like 10 minutes down the road without her being really sick in the motion of a car. So I was like, I need a garden, I need a ground floor, and I need a bathtub. And in England, that was costing me £1,500 a month in the area I was in.
Come to New Jersey.
And that's like $2,000, you know, that's like $2,000 roughly.
Yeah.
And I was like, the money that I sold the house for is going to disappear so quick, and she'll still be sick, and I won't be able to get a job. And I was just going through it when it didn't make sense. Then when the chiropractor said, like, go check out another clinic, found one in Spain, checked out the rent there, and it was more than like half. You know, so I was like, if I go there, I can make the money last a little longer, care for her, and just get ourselves back on our feet and start working again and living again. And it took longer than I had expected, but I got my hopes up high. I'm very ambitious, so I was like, yeah, this will be done in 6 months, you know? Something ridiculous, even though it said it's impossible. I was like, yeah, well, 6 months we'll do it. And yeah, and then when we was in Spain, then was like, right, we've got to make this money last longer. It's like, let's get somewhere cheaper. Now she was a bit more functioning. We went out and got somewhere really cheap in the middle of nowhere, real isolated up the mountains. And then I was like, now we need somewhere a little cheaper, make the money last longer. And one day she was like looking at vegan recipes, and she came in and she's like, she goes, I just saw this couple. She goes, they live in a van and they're making recipes. And she goes, they seem so happy. They've even got a little kid and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah. She goes, do you think we could live in a van? I was like, yeah, why not? And then two weeks later, we bought a van. And yeah, a couple months from that, I converted it and made it into a livable space. And then as soon as our contract ran out, we moved into the van, and it costs us now €700 a month to live, and that's including our insurance, our tax, our food, and we have a lot of animals as well. And that's their food.
A lot of animals. This is Noah's Ark. This is
man,
Noah's Volkswagen.
Yeah, so we got a Mercedes Sprinter, like it's fairly big, small compared to a house. But the week 2 months before we moved into the van, she went for her very first walk in the countryside, and we went for a 5K walk. It took us like 5 hours because we had to keep stopping. It was like her first getting going. And during that walk, we found this little dog, and he was all shy, and he was like, came out, he followed us, and we didn't give him any food or anything. He followed us, and he followed us, and he followed us for hours, and then he followed us all the way home. And then we left the gate open, and we was like, well, that's nice. He came to see us. And then the next day he came back. And every day for 1 month he left and he came back. And we was like, we never fed him. Where's he coming from? And in the end, we was getting ready to move into the van. We was like, you know what, we'll take him to the vet, see if he has one of them chips. And he didn't. And was like, right, we're going to take him on the road with us. So we rescued him and took him with us. And she saw him like an angel. He got her to walk so much more because she was so happy to take him for a walk rather than push herself. It was like he was pushing her. So she was going out for more and more walks, getting her legs stronger and stronger because the dog was just like her companion. And so he came, and then like literally a week before we moved into the van, we was at a little cafe sorting out our last plans, and there was this manky little cat sitting there. And the lady who owned it said it's getting put down this week because it's a nuisance because it keeps coming back and it's all manky. And she was like, why don't we take it? And if it just runs away, it runs away. At least it lives. And I was like, I've already got a dog I wasn't expecting. Why not have a cat as well? So we took the cat as well. And we got the dog and the cat to be friends, even though he wanted to eat it first. And then we found out that the cat was pregnant. And was like, So after being in the van for a month, the cat gave birth in our shower to a load of kittens. And then I thought I'll rehome all the kittens somewhere nice. Now it's been 2 years later and I kept them all. So we've got 4 cats with us now and a dog that travel with
Jesus.
us everywhere.
Look
And
at that. You went from your love of your life possibly, dying to now we got 4 cats and a dog together.
yeah, and we all go on hikes together. They walk with us all off lead, the dog and all the cats, and they come everywhere with us. We pull up, we open the door, we let them out, we whistle, they come back. They're like dogs.
That's crazy, man. That's awesome.
And it works perfect because I'm like, what are you guys? I heard one of you's had a cat. I think
Well,
Gemini, you said
Jem
you
used
had
to have a
cat.
cat, but I'm pretty sure Jem hung himself midway through the story. Like, Jem, you all right over there? You leaning back on your chair, just like, oh, whatever, man.
No, I'm good. I had a cat growing up. Yeah.
So you just like, I've noticed everyone's either more of a dog person, more of a cat person. So
Yeah.
you're a cat person?
No, I grew up with a cat and I loved it, but I'm now allergic to cats, and I want a dog really bad. My current apartment, I can't get one, and a lot of apartments around here, I don't really have space or time for a dog, but I want a dog so bad.
Yeah, so if everything was set up perfect, you would have a dog if you could only have one.
I'd have like 5, yeah. Big old
What about
huskies.
you, Whitey?
Yeah, Woody. Well, Whitey had a dog. He had a bulldog, and but he left it with his parents.
That is what I did.
So I think he's a cat person now.
No, I actually have to admit, growing up, I was not a cat person. I never liked cats. And then, around my teenage years, I was like, all right, I like kittens, not cats, but I like kittens. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? Down the road, I'm going to get a cat and a dog. I like both. They're fucking cool.
Yeah, because I've always considered, like, I just love dogs. Something about dogs just lights me up. And cats, they're nice. I love all animals, but they don't light me up. They're just nice. Whereas
You have 4
Danielle,
of
she
them,
loves
though.
cats. Yeah, well, I love them. But Danielle loves cats and I love dogs, so together it works real nice.
That's
But we
true.
both love them all.
By the way, Luke, so the video you sent me, well, first off, thank you. Like, I know I said thank you on the email, but thanks for sending it. I haven't done it yet, but a lot of no, I shouldn't say a lot. Around 30 to 40% of the stretches that you were doing, I'm already currently doing, or at least have done in the past. It looks like more so that video is more about neck mobility than stretches in a whole.
Yeah, it's about neck mobility. And like I said, I used to have what's called cluster headaches. And I've always had headaches and migraines.
Did you get them in like your face, like even like your face, around your nose and eyes? Like, dude, even like under my chin where my esophagus is, like the muscles there tighten up.
Well, when I used to get the headaches, like all my childhood, all my teenage years and my early 20s, like headaches were normal. When I met someone that's never had a headache, it blew my mind. I was like, what do you mean you never had a headache? Everyone has headaches. And they're like, no, I've never, what's a headache? And it really I was like, what do you mean, what's a headache? Do you know what I mean? It's like, these are just, you always have them. And then when I was in my 20s, I used to get these crazy headache migraines, and it was like behind my eyes, in the top of my head, and they'd wake me out in my sleep, and it would last for like at least an hour.
Yeah.
And you just want to die. You don't know what to do. You walk around breathing, screaming, biting stuff, and like just did not know what to do apart from just like, this is never gonna end. And it was the worst pain. And I didn't get it in my jaw so much. I used to get like a locked jaw, like if you yawn and then it cramps. And then and I think the chiropractic stuff helped, but it was also loosening the tightness in the neck that really helped, like keeping the actual neck muscles themselves loose and the mobility in the neck. And it was interesting, Santos said potassium for you, because I also upped my potassium. I have done the tissue salts as well that he talks about, but it wasn't so much that I noticed, but I was taking lots of magnesium, because everything told me take magnesium if you're cramping, take magnesium. So I would take loads of magnesium, and it didn't help. And then I found something, and it was saying like, the more magnesium you have, the more potassium you need to balance, because there always has to be a balance of your magnesium, your potassium, all your electrolytes. So I was like, oh, so it's that. And I just started eating a lot more like leafy greens, really dark green foods. And that plus the neck mobility, and I haven't had a headache, a cold, cough, or any sort of slight irritation in my health for a couple of years now.
Well, see, now you say about the leafy, before you were saying the magnesium. So actually, my neurologist at one point, the first thing he decided for me to do was he gave me magnesium supplements and this stuff called CoQ10, which was another
Yeah.
supplement. And I was taking them and it did nothing, absolutely nothing. But now I also have, it will be like once, maybe twice a month where I eat leafy greens.
Once,
Like
twice a month.
yeah, I rarely eat vegetable. I hate vegetables. I know I sound like a fucking 5-year-old, but I do. Like I've been wondering forever now, for a year, because these have been going on for a year now, if like my diet has anything to do with these headaches.
It's massively diet. Also, I chocolate's my biggest weakness, and I noticed if I had like a lot of chocolate, then I could have one of the headaches. Like if I like, and when I was saying a lot, I remember like eating like 200-300 grams worth of chocolate, and then that night I'd have a headache, and I really noticed.
Now you're
No,
saying you went to a chiropractor though also for your headaches. What exactly did he or she do with you?
I went to chiropractor, but because I was suspicious, I didn't tell him anything. Yeah, I went there really like, I'm not going to tell him I've got any problems at all. I'm just going to tell him like, I'm just here to keep healthy. And I didn't tell him nothing. And he went through and he's like, oh man, he goes, you should be getting like really bad headaches. And he also said like, he said something about my right knee. Yeah. And 2 years prior to that, I'd been diagnosed with what's called, I don't know if you've heard of it, jumper's knee. It's like an athlete's problem.
No.
And it's where
So, like,
it's a
tennis
tendon.
elbow?
Yeah, it's like a tendon under your knee. And I used to get like, if I bent it below a 90-degree angle, it felt like someone stuck like a pin in my knee. And it was really
Jeez.
painful. But only when I go below 90 degrees bend, which is like, if you want to exercise, that's like all the time. So I was like, oh, I can't train my legs, and I take loads of like joint supplements and stuff. And I did that for 2 years and it made no difference.
Wow.
The doctor said I needed surgery in my knee. And I was like, oh, I don't want surgery. I watched loads of like graphic videos of the surgery on YouTube, and I was like, nah, I don't want that. It didn't look good. And everyone's leg deteriorates afterwards. And I was like, was there no pain, but my leg disappears? I was like, I'll just deal with the pain and see what happens. And anyway, after my first appointment with the chiropractor, I went home, I ran upstairs, and then realized I just run up the stairs for the first time in 2 years without realizing. And I started doing lunges, and I'm going back and forth, going, what's going on? It's like, my knee don't hurt. And I couldn't wait to go back and say to him, what did you do? Because my knee don't hurt. And he was like, you told you've got jumper's knee because you used your knee too much. He goes, why is it only one knee? He goes, do you not use your other leg? And I was like, no, I always train both. And he's like, yeah, it's nothing to do with that. He goes, your nerve that controls that function of your knee, he goes, it's completely shut off. And he showed me my x-rays. And he goes, that comes from your lower back. And he just done that, and that's never come back. My headaches, I was getting adjustments, and they were still coming back. I don't think it helped, but it wasn't until I changed my diet as well as actually doing my home exercises as well that the headaches went. If I had a headache and went to the chiropractor, yeah, he would crack my neck and it would almost instantly go if I had one. But when there were the crazy headaches, I had no way of even getting to a chiropractor. You can't drive. It's like just you're in too much pain.
Yeah, so I gotta like change up my diet then, see if that works. Start eating,
I
guess more leafy greens.
Yeah, like my diet's changed crazy because I was a heavy meat eater. I loved meat. Like I still dream of meat sometimes. I was dreaming of like fried chicken the other week, and it was so good, like proper greasy fried chicken. And I woke up and I was like, oh man, I haven't had chicken in years. But yeah, I cut out all meat.
Is that when you ate one of your cats?
Yeah. But no, I cut out all meat, and I cut grains out as well, which you don't hear a lot about. I don't eat grains, and I don't eat meat, and I don't eat potatoes. And someone will go, "What the hell do you eat?"
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
I get it. So you don't eat meat, you don't eat like gluten-based foods, and you don't eat starches.
Not just gluten. I don't eat bread. Don't eat rice. Don't eat pasta.
Yeah. Okay.
The hell do you
Anything made from greens.
Chem's like, yeah. What the hell do you eat?
Yeah, that's.
I thought I had a
eat once a
restricted
day.
diet.
I eat 1 meal a day,
You what?
and only eat once a day
Okay.
as well. And just eat like as much. The way The same time I got into, like I said, learning about Santos, I was just wanting to know, like, what I am, yeah. Because I was like nearly losing someone I love. They've just died, just questioning everything. And in that, it's just adding more to the story. In that first year, I grew up. My mum's got schizophrenia, like a severe mental illness.
Jeez.
And in that same year, she tried to commit suicide 7 times. Once every month, I was also taking her to the emergency room to have her stomach pumped because I was caring for Danielle. She was getting like more disturbed that I was away from her. So as I was away from her, she started committing suicide more and more. So I was like, right, I'm trying to got my love who's dying and my mother who's trying to die. And I was like, oh man. And then I was having suicidal issues at that point because I was just like, what kind of life is this? You know, so I was like, what am I? What's the point? You know, so I was just going through all of that sort of craziness. And then I was thinking about like, if you see a dead body, yeah, like, have you ever seen a dead body in real life?
No.
Hey, by the way, Luke, I was just asking what did you have for dinner, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, this is how it gets. You want to know why I eat so weird? I have to explain, otherwise it's just like, yeah,
Dude, I saw a fucking head-on collision this weekend.
Oh, I did too. Not just a couple months ago, I saw a head-on
Same one?
collision.
okay. We both seen the same one.
Nah, it was at an intersection and it was an undercover cop, but he had his sirens on and like the lights.
Oh.
And this guy just like ran through in a maroon truck and just fucking.
Oh, nasty.
The guy nailed him. It spun the truck around.
Did you help, or did you just, as soon as your light turned
Oh,
green,
no.
you were just like,
no.
"Hey,
We,
not my problem."
dude, thankfully we were at a restaurant and we were sitting on the rooftop, and the intersection was right below us, so we just watched the whole thing unfold while eating chicken wings.
What do you mean, thankfully? Like,
Well,
what?
thankfully because we would have got stuck in because there's one lane that got closed off and the people were stuck there for like 45 minutes.
Are they okay or are they dead?
Well, I thought he might have been dead. I was scared.
So thankfully we didn't get stuck in traffic, but those guys might.
Yeah,
be
dude,
dead.
for fucking 45 minutes at rush hour. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad, but like, dude, I don't want to sit there for 45 minutes.
Feel bad while you're asking someone for the
Dinner and a
fucking
show.
ranch sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, dinner at a show. Yeah, that's what people were saying. But he got out. I didn't even want to look because I was like, dude, fuck, I don't like that shit. Because like you're saying, I don't want to see a dead body in real life. And but he got out. He was walking. I don't know if he survived or how hurt he was. He was limping.
He was one leg was paralyzed.
Yeah, it was so loud though, dude. I don't think I've ever heard a louder sound.
Jesus.
I've
Well,
never
yeah.
heard. It was like.
Were
like
you
it shook you.
were you coincidentally looking that way,
Yes,
or you
yep.
turned around when you heard this? Oh wow.
I
okay.
didn't see the actual hit, but like from where my chair was, I'm looking right at the intersection, so I had my head turned to my buddy, and right as it hit, like I looked as it was getting hit. And fuck.
You saw a show.
Oh, it was nuts, dude. And then the cop got out, and he was like, he had to stop going to whatever thing he was going to now and fill out paperwork, and like, he's like, fuck.
Yeah, he was about to like solve the case of a triple homicide, and now he's got to do a traffic report.
Dude, the truck didn't go anywhere though. The undercovers. I don't know what that shit's made out of, but his
a
truck
tank.
didn't budge, dude. And then the maroon truck, which was like the same size truck, like did a fucking horizontal flip like across the street. I was like, what is that thing made out of?
Were the chicken wings good?
Oh, dude, so good.
Luke's over here fucking just having dreams
They
of
were-
chicken wings.
They were called Hurt Me
Chicken
Wings.
Me wings.
Oh, they were so spicy. It hurt, but it was so good. Yeah, I
All right,
could.
so
Yeah,
Luke,
no, it's
we're
cool.
going back to the dead body, right?
Yeah. What I eat for lunch, dead bodies.
Wait, what do
No,
you eat though? What do you eat?
He's about to tell us.
I'm gonna try and explain why I eat what I eat or how I look at it.
We have ADHD, so
I just want to
part
know
of it.
specifically, like, what do you eat? Is it
Well,
just
I want to know the story too.
all right?
I try and get the story through quicker.
I'm sorry, Jeb.
I'm setting up this new phone, so
I knew you were doing.
dude,
something.
dude, I was fuming. I couldn't remember my Xfinity login, dude. I was fucking fuming because I couldn't remember my Wi-Fi password because I haven't entered it since I got in this apartment, and then I was trying to get on Xfinity, and I couldn't even get in for like 10 minutes. I was fucking fuming.
Hey, Luke, about this dead body that you're eating.
Yeah. No, so I was like, I've always watched what I've eaten to an extent. Like I've always been conscious of like nutrition and trying to eat for like health, for training, for physical fitness, and like checking what protein I'm having, what carbs I'm having, what greens I'm having. Like it's always something I was looking into, constantly like transitioning, constantly trying to make it better. And yeah, it was when I was questioning what am I more, and I was thinking, you know, like if there's a dead body there and it hasn't been in a car crash, yeah, the whole body's there, the eyes, the mouth, the stomach, everything's there. But you'd look at the body and go like the person's not there. If it was your loved one, if it was your parent, your girlfriend, yeah, the body would be there and you'd be like, that's not them. Yeah. And you wouldn't want to keep it. If they said you can keep that body and keep it with you and have your loved one with you everywhere you go, you'd be like, screw that, you know? I don't want to have that body around. So what's them is gone. And I saw that, right, that's like a life force. Yeah. And I was like, I want more energy. I want more life. I need to eat life force. Yeah. So I was like, but I don't want to eat I can't eat a live animal. Yeah, that would be nasty. Doesn't sound appetizing, but I can eat living plants. I can eat, so I try and eat as much living food as possible that has a life force still in it. So certain things like a cabbage, yeah. That you have cabbage in America, you call it the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have that.
Yeah.
Makes you
So
fart
like
a
a
lot, though.
cabbage. If you're not used to digesting it, you'll fart a lot.
I hate
So
cabbage.
you eat a little bit of it,
I like
and
it.
then after time,
Wait, but
like I said,
wait, have you ever? Because I said the same thing to Santos, and because I'm a landscaper, right? So I feel like one day I might die, and you know I get to the afterlife, and it's like, oh, plants were lives too, and you spent your career fucking cutting them down and cutting them in half. Do you like? What do you think about plants? Like, you don't feel guilty for eating plants, even though it's life?
but I don't choose my food based on guilt or based on morals or anything.
Oh,
I eat
okay.
what I think humans should eat. Like I used to eat animals and be fine with it. And when someone goes, I'm a vegetarian
Oh, so
because
you
I
don't
love
have anything
animals, I was
against
like,
eating meat?
no, I was like, if you think that's what you're meant to eat and you think that's food, then that's your decision, you know, that's what you think is food. I just don't think meat's food for human consumption. Like if you went to give a horse a steak, yeah, the horse would just like, this ain't food. It wouldn't understand it. I feel we've just become conditioned where we're not sure what the best source of food is.
Oh, so
You know,
from
'cause
like an optimized standpoint, you mean?
Yeah, so what's the most optimum food for a person to have? All I care about is more function, more sustainable function and a joyful life, a life. That's all I want. Joyful life, more sustainable function. I don't care about anything else. Whatever
So then-
gets me, that is what I'll go for.
So then, what are your main foods that you're currently eating, especially when you do, the one whole meal a day?
So I try to I used to like to count my protein, count all this, count all that. Now I don't bother at all. I just eat as much as I can eat that I enjoy. That's not got grains in it. That's got as much live plants in it when possible. But sometimes I have boiled plants and I use lots of herbs. I had to learn to cook and use seasonings and stuff because I was like, what do you eat when you eat vegetables? I didn't know, you know. I was like, I've been eating meat and the vegetables is like just some random crappy bit of the side dish, you know. It's not something I want. It's like someone puts it on your plate with the meat and I just want the meat. The meat and the rice is all I want. And now I'm not eating meat and I'm not eating rice. I'm like, there's no food left. So I had to learn how to make these plants and stuff taste nice, you know, so I would enjoy eating them.
You got
And now I
any
really-
favorites like carrots or broccoli and all that kind of stuff?
You know, I like quinoa. People think it's a grain, but it's a seed.
I thought it was
Which-
something different. Yeah, because people will say like, oh yeah, rice and quinoa and oatmeal. It's like, yeah, but I think quinoa is different. So it is different.
Yeah, quinoa's a seed. I eat seeds, I eat nuts.
Yeah, you know the
Um,
main difference?
What's the main difference, Jem?
It tastes like shit.
I
I don't like.
quinoa-
I don't like quinoa. I hate it.
Yeah, if you eat it plain, it tastes like shit.
Nah,
If you put
even my
herbs
mom
and
puts
seasonings
butter
in
and
it,
garlic and spices, and it tastes like watery mush to me.
If you ever come to Spain, I'll make you what tastes like delicious southern fried chicken, yeah, and it's made out of cauliflower.
Ooh,
And you if your eyes were closed, you wouldn't even know the
I
difference.
love
You'd be like,
cauliflower.
yeah, you can make you can make vegetables taste really good, but some of them when they're plain, like it's plain, it's boring, you know.
Well, I
Well,
even like plain
like them.
vegetables though. I love vegetables. I'm like a weird like that. Like I'll eat a green pepper just like raw with nothing.
Oh, I like
Carrots,
a nice
dude. A nice
yeah.
fresh raw carrot. I eat cucumbers all the time.
Yeah, but this guy's doing it on a daily.
No, I know. I'm not making it a competition. I'm just saying. I'm. Most people don't like vegetables, but
Let's
I
get the food
love.
off.
I love
Yeah.
The
fish.
vegetable.
Like a nice salad, dude, with a bunch of vegetables in it, some dressing.
What about beans, Luke? Do you eat beans and legumes, or do you stay away from those as well?
Uh, I really, really rarely, like, if I'm on a struggle and I'm like, gonna have something a bit different. But I don't overly like them, and they're long to cook, and I just don't think they're the best food.
And
Because you
earlier,
have to like it.
earlier you said your girl, her name's Danielle, right?
Yeah,
And does she follow the same diet as you?
pretty much. Yeah, it's almost the same, but she loves eggs. That she's struggling with the most because she's more into like animal welfare than I am. I love animals, but like I said, I'm into human welfare, so I want to eat whatever's best for a human without causing the least amount of harm to animals as possible. But she doesn't even want to eat any animal products just because of the animal welfare side of it. But she loves like eggs.
She
so
just can't stop eating the eggs.
She's like, she's like, just eggs. And then where we are, like, you end up getting like eggs from the farmers. You can just go to you get them fresh from someone's house or something, where they've got their own chickens and growing them organic and stuff. And she's like, but the chickens have been looked after. And I was like, yeah, but to me, eggs ain't food. But I don't tell her what to do. I say, you do whatever you want to do.
You got anything, Jim?
Do you eat seafood?
Seaweed, but
Ah.
never get it. I would
Huh.
eat seaweed. That's about it.
No salmon?
Nah, I used to eat fish.
Dude, I mean, a nice salmon fucking steak, dude.
He just said he doesn't eat meat.
What fish? I don't
Well,
know. Fish is different. That's not
How
meat.
is it different?
'Cause it's not meat.
Yeah, but he was talking about how like the body being dead and
Yeah, but
all
it's
that.
a fish, dude. It doesn't
It's
even
a-
know
it's a
what it
lie!
is. Yeah, but it's a dumb fish. It's like basically a plant.
It's
I think
it's not
some.
a,
pla-
it's not a
I've-
s- it's not a sea cucumber.
Dude, I've met trees of smarter than fish. You know what I mean?
Well, that's because you're a landscaper. You met a lot of trees.
Yeah. You know the tree
Yeah,
that
but I don't
like.
eat trees either.
No, what do you eat? Fruit?
He doesn't.
Huh?
No, I'm sure Luke eats fruit.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait. Actually,
no,
I want to know.
I
Luke,
eat-
do you eat
I
fruit?
eat fruit. Yeah, I eat some fruit.
'Cause-
Not often.
Well, because fruit is made to be eaten. That's its only
I feel
purpose.
so. Yeah, I listened to one of your podcasts. You're talking about like alpha and betas and stuff like that, and you was sort of going to like, if humans weren't in the sort of society they are now, I look at it as like if humans were, say, just left to their own and didn't have any technology. I was like, apples and fruit and avocados and nuts and plants are so easy for our hands to grab, to grasp, to eat. Like it takes
Yeah.
they seem perfect for us, like just to.
I can't eat nuts though. I'm allergic.
So you're like paleo then, kinda, without meat,
Paleo without meat
like
and
paleo plant. That
yeah,
makes
and I don't
sense.
pay attention to my like protein content or my fat content so much.
Can we go back
Right.
1 minute though? I mean, the guy literally just said he went back to listen to our alpha and beta. Dude, that was episode 4.
Nah, we mentioned. I think we probably had that argument like 10 times now.
Well, I'm just saying, the guy's over here listening to episodes. Luke might be my favorite guest by far right now.
I've got to listen to the people that I'm going to be on. I can't just go in and
Look at
Not
this
knowing
guy.
nothing.
I love this guy.
this is nothing podcast. I need to know nothing about you. You know.
That's very true.
And I found it interesting your conversation anyway because neither of you didn't even agree to disagree,
Hmm.
and I imagine you still haven't.
No, I'm
No,
still.
no.
I feel exactly the same way.
I'm still right about the whole situation.
See, but my thing kind of goes into what you're saying, Luke. Like the alpha and beta thing. I feel like that's like existed when we were before technology. You know, and actually mattered more. When we were grabbing nuts and berries and shit. It's like who,
Yeah, I
who-
see-
who
I
got
see
to keep
the-
the most berries, you know what I'm saying? And then they'd fight over it and the alpha would get the most berries. And he'd fuck all the women in
Yeah,
the
Well,
I
how
feel-
do you get the most things today? You have the most wealth usually.
Nah.
Do
I mean,
you
nah.
both agree that you both think that the alpha is the best thing to be?
Nah.
Because you talk as if you both think it's a good thing.
Nah, I don't.
That
I
I don't know an answer to that one.
Because it's like you both want to be an alpha,
I
or you
know.
not want to be an alpha, but want to.
I don't want to be an alpha.
You know,
I'd
You wanna
rather
be
be
a
the
better?
beta who no one pays attention to, and I can just fucking jerk off and play video games.
That's another that you'll find interesting. That's another thing I quit. I quit masturbation.
Oh, dude,
Ah.
I've been trying. I've been
Yeah,
trying hard. I can't last more than a day.
Well, Jesus Christ, a day.
Yeah, dude.
Thing.
I've lasted months, but not.
Oh my god.
I don't know how long.
With no
you've been
sex
doing
either?
It. No,
That
the
doesn't
longest.
count then. That doesn't count.
Really? Does
Yeah,
it?
yeah. If you're having an orgasm,
Oh.
it doesn't count.
Yeah, but you can have sex without an orgasm.
Yeah,
He-
but
yeah,
I
but
was,
he-
I was,
Whitey was not.
I was fucking marinating these bitches like Jesus
that
Christ,
is-
dude.
That's
was a
like
horror show.
cooking a full meal, sitting down, and then not eating it. Come on,
Just
dude.
smelling it.
It was like Charlotte's Web. I was just all over their fucking stomach and back. And all right, you've been doing no fap for how long?
Oh man, 4 or 5 years. Thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't count, man. You're having sex.
No, is he? Are you having sex without coming
No.
with your girl?
I was gonna say I wasn't because she got too sick, so I couldn't
Oh,
at
fair
the
enough.
same time. So I was in like a real sticky situation. I was like, I can't do that, and then I decided it didn't make sense to me to. Since I was a kid, I always like was jerking off way too much, and I also thought like, but something felt wrong about it. Something didn't feel good. I always thought, oh, when I get older, this will stop. You know, and then when I got to 20, I was like, oh, maybe it happens when you're 30, it stops, and like,
Yeah, but then the
you know,
porn
as
just
getting
keeps
closer and
getting
closer, I was
better.
like, yeah, I was like, it's not slowing down. It's like, what's going on? If anything, it's getting more. You know, it's like, nah, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to. It's costing me time, if anything. It's like if I could get to like 80 years old, and someone said you gain back all the time that you masturbated for. Do you know what I mean? That could be like years for some people. Do you know what I mean? That they just lost in time, wasted.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I'd get a good 4
It'd
years
be like a
back.
small society for me.
But nah, for me, because I was trying to I wanted to up my energy, up my function. I was just seeing it on a very physical, like biological level. I was like, to make sperm must take a lot of energy because it's something so powerful. It can create something. So it's like, if I keep spilling it all the time, then my body's got to spend time to make some more.
I'm gonna
like-
say that to my girl now. Oh, I just spilled it on you, baby.
Spill
Yeah,
it.
just. Yeah. You try to tell her, she's listening anyway. You try and tell her, say, look, I want to try and have sex without coming.
She'd
Yeah.
tell me to. She'd be like, "All right, well, we have to see new people." Like as long as as long as she gets to come, but I still
No, she
don't
gets to,
come?
yeah. She gets to.
Oh,
You don't get to.
She'd be really
I
happy
should-
because we'd save money on tissues.
Yeah, and you end up lasting a lot longer, and then you want to get into more. You start practicing your breath work, and you'll have orgasms without ejaculation.
So for 4 to 5
I
years,
did that once in school.
you haven't been jerking off, and you've also been having sex. So you haven't had an orgasm, or I'm sorry, you haven't. Have you had orgasms without ejaculation for the past 4 to
Yes.
5 years? You have.
Yeah, but only in more recent times, because it was like there was times where I couldn't do it with her, and I was like, then only once she got better, then we could start actually doing stuff. And at that point, I'd not done it for so long. I was like, I want to see if I've heard this stuff, that you can have. I think
But
even Santos
doesn't it-
talks about it.
Doesn't it take
It's
a
like
lot of energy to have an orgasm too?
Seems to give you energy. Like afterwards, I'm buzzing. Afterwards, I feel like taking on the world. You feel really charged up.
And
You don't want to
have
go to. The problem
you
is you
had-
don't want to go to sleep afterwards. You want to do the opposite. It's like, all right, I'm ready to do some work. Where's a podcast? I could do something,
Have you had a wet dream though? And if you
Yes.
have, do you count that as ejaculation?
Well, I didn't choose to have it. I think I've had like 4 in the last 4 years, and I just see that as my body must saying it just needs to come out.
The fucking
Time for, like,
PSI,
time
the
for a spring
PSI
clean
level.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
fucking
that freaked me
pipes
out
are
the first
gonna
time. I was like,
burst.
"Well, what's this? You don't have them, and like you have it like when you're a kid or something." And then that ends up happening.
I
Some
can't believe I
interesting
could have fucking paid $20 for a fucking iPod Touch, dude. This is incredible. I mean, every app I could ever need. The screen quality's great. It's bigger.
I can't believe you didn't realize this.
Even Luke realized it. He's in Spain.
No one realized this. No one goes to CVS. Stop, guys. You're talking about actual smartphones.
Do you know, I've always been anti-Apple, so I never had an Apple product ever. But not because I like some conspiracy thing. I've always been on like Windows, like since I was a kid. That's what I was trained
Yeah.
on. So I was like, I don't want an Apple laptop. I borrowed like a friend's to use it, and I'm like, this is a mess. What?
Yeah, who
They've
gets an
deliberately
Apple
made
fucking
everything-
computer? What kind of
Yeah,
animal?
everything's like slightly opposite to a Windows, and it's like that's just to be picky. Then all their stuff doesn't work with other stuff, and I was like, oh, this is just I just want to plug in an MP3 player, drag a song across. It's like, no, you need the iTunes and you need to do this and that. And I was like, look, I'm just never touching anything to do with Apple. They just take too much time. You know, they're long.
I agree with
So
that.
like, you know, so I just use like an Android, and you just connect to a Wi-Fi. You don't need a SIM card. You can
Whoa.
use it as an MP3, whatever you want.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know you could just buy a smartphone for $20 and use it on Wi-Fi only. That's pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, your world's changed.
I think more. I don't think this is a thing that's known though, because everyone would just do that instead of
It's
getting.
known
No,
now.
that's not
This
true.
is
It's
what
just
this is what
based
the
off
messages of this
advertising.
podcast. You know, this is why I'm here.
What do
so
you, what do
people
you
know
mean
that.
no, Whitey?
What do you mean? No.
You
What do
telling
mean?
people knew they could pay $20 for what they're getting for fucking 1,000? They wouldn't do it.
No. I'm agreeing with you. What
Oh.
I'm saying is, a lot of people just they just see advertising and go, "I want that." Like, there's a reason why Apple and Samsung and a bunch of other companies are spending tens of millions of dollars on advertising alone. Like, do you even know the brand of the phone that you bought?
Yeah, it's Android.
Is it an Android?
Right.
Yeah.
You got a $20 Android?
Yeah, and it's like actually good. Like I'm sure the camera's shit, but I don't give a fuck about that.
Ah, dude, that's fucking awesome, man.
And it's big, dude. It's huge.
Yeah, dude, what the damn, dude? I didn't wait. Hold on. What CVS did you go to?
I don't know, but it was on sale too. It was normally $30, but it was normally, yeah, $30, but it was $10 off.
You should buy 10 of those and try to sell them for
Dude, that's what I'm
$99 online.
saying. That's what I'm saying though. But
Holy shit!
the thing is, it is through TrackPhone though, which is the pay-as-you-go company. So
Oh, can only TrackPhone use it?
yeah,
Like, if you don't have TrackPhone as your service provider, you can't use. Well, someone would be able to jailbreak that and figure it out.
Well,
to
I mean,
unlock
it's
it.
only $25 for the month, free talk and text though.
Yeah, but no one uses TrackPhone.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I can call anyone on any phone.
Yeah, depending on where you are.
No,
Where are you guys?
no. What are you talking about? Depending on where you are,
The service is gonna. We're in the northeast
The service
of
is fine.
America.
I have
What
this.
state?
What's up? I'm near Boston.
That's not a state.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
I know where that is. That's my.
Yeah, everyone
I
knows
do.
where Boston is, dude.
Yeah, but you could have been right outside of Massachusetts.
Actually, I'm sure there's some British people you'd say Massachusetts, they wouldn't even know what that is.
No, you know, in England, there's like a real stereotype to American culture. You know, it's like an anti-American thing. I've always been fascinated with it. So I've
I
always-
see that a lot on YouTube comments, dude. Brits fucking hate us for some reason.
Yeah,
Hate us because they ain't
they
us.
think they think everything bad they've got is because of America, and they think everything good they got is because of themselves.
Mm.
And they're sort of like, it's just a mess, you know. But they're moaning, like they're eating their McDonald's, you know, complaining that it's because of America that they're eating it while they stuff their face. It's like,
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, I heard, isn't it over there they can't like use fucking corn syrup and shit? That's what I heard. I heard in
Oh,
Britain like the food laws are a lot stricter than here.
maybe a little, but not so bad. In Europe, like Germany has the strictest laws, but for like stuff that's banned because of like how it damages
But for Jews,
people. But not in but yeah, in England it's pretty loose really with the food laws. They think it's good. I'd say it's loose.
Yeah, I think ours is even worse. And here you like companies can advertise for like medication and shit.
Yeah.
I think we're like the only country it's legal in.
Yeah, it's funny hearing American adverts when you do catch them.
Oh, it's crazy.
They're very different to UK.
It's like, do you get headaches sometimes? Well, take this pill.
At least Yeah. At the end, they like really speed up and voice off like a million side effects.
Yeah. And it's the type of thing where it's like you don't need to advertise that, man. Like if someone has a headache, they're gonna go to the pharmacy or drugstore. Like that's not something you need to advertise. No one's like, oh god, I didn't know I could get something for my headaches.
Yeah, but they're advertising their brand though. They want you to take their stuff compared to the competitor.
Yeah, but it's dumb. It shouldn't be allowed.
What do you mean it shouldn't be? Wait, what?
It shouldn't be allowed.
What shouldn't be allowed?
Advertising drugs on TV.
No, I think they should be advertising like meth and heroin.
No.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's a weird thing to do.
Weird
big,
is
it's
different,
big pharma,
but why?
dude. It's big pharma.
Why shouldn't
sucks.
Why shouldn't it be allowed though?
Because it's a corrupt fucking industry, dude.
I never said it wasn't. Yeah, it's corrupt, but it should still be. You shouldn't be allowed to sell people what you got.
Nah,
Yeah.
no. You
It
should.
should be. It should be whether it's allowed to. They say how safe is it first, and then if it's safe, anything's allowed to be sold and advertised.
Yeah, shit's dangerous, man. With side effects of death and shit, and they're advertising that on TV.
Well, if they're at least telling you, then it's up to the person if they want to take it or not.
Yeah, but I don't think they should be allowed to.
Nah,
So
we're gonna agree to not disagree.
Agree to not disagree again.
Yeah.
I think that's a big difference in America and England. In England, it's like, oh no, we're safe with this and that, but they do dictate your rules, your regulations a lot stricter. In America, it seems there's a lot more freedom, but then you can take advantage of people if they're. You need to be conscious enough to make your own decisions,
I agree
and then you
with
allow
that.
people to do whatever they want.
I agree with that. I just think there should be a line somewhere. Like, where's your line then, Whitey, for what you can't advertise?
No, advertise anything. I don't like it's up to you to have a TV and turn it on. Like if you don't want to watch what's advertised, then change the channel.
So should you be able to advertise like child porn?
That's hurting someone.
Yeah, so is some of the medications.
Can you
No,
advertise
but-
regular porn then on TV at any time?
Yeah, yeah. If it's regular porn, go ahead.
Even on kids' channels?
The thing about being like, oh, there's kids channels, and obviously that wouldn't be the right thing to do because then all of a sudden, then no one's gonna watch that channel as a kids channel.
I'm just making sure you have some sort of a line.
No, well, it's kind of like businesses where it's like what you're allowed to do legally or not legally. If you actually like operate and run a kids channel, and you're like, we're gonna show porn as our advertisement. It's like no one's gonna watch your kids channel then. Everyone's gonna go to another fucking kids channel.
Or it might be one of the busiest channels.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be the prime time channel, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, then
Everyone's channel.
Then you
Ratings
gotta
are going through the roof.
Are you sitting
Then
here
you
acting like as a kid you didn't fucking try to watch porn, dude, when you could? Are you out of your
No,
mind?
I'm saying if you're a reasonable parent and no, that's the kid channel.
I get to watch SpongeBob and porn on the same fucking network. I don't have to change
Porn
channel.
pan.
SpongeBob porn pants. If you're a parent and you obviously don't want your kids watching that, then you fucking change the chat. Like when did
Yeah,
parents
but what if
like,
you're not
lose
around?
Then
The kid's
don't
gonna
have a
watch it.
TV for no. Then don't have a TV for your kid.
The kid's gonna go over his friends and watch it then.
Well, then
They'll
that's
find a
fucking,
way.
then you shouldn't have fucking had a kid. Well, first off, they're gonna find a way to watch porn
Yeah, they have,
anyway.
they have
Like,
a smartphone
dude,
anyway.
yeah, dude. Wait, when you were 12, you didn't have a computer and you were watching porn?
Of course, dude.
Exactly. So they're gonna find a way. First off, who's waiting for a commercial to watch porn? they're gonna go on a fucking website.
Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe I'm not against advertising medication, but I just think it's like really scummy.
I know
maybe I'll
that.
say that.
I think we're especially the fact that like they tell you like, hey, no, these are the drugs you should take. Well, what about these ones that might also work? No, those are illegal. Don't even bother. Just take our shit that's a
Well,
Nile
it's ones
6.
for things that don't even like exist. They just like make up a disease. It's like, have you ever felt a pain in your calf on Tuesdays? It's like they'll come up with the most obscure thing that you didn't even think you needed a medication for, and then they'll convince these old geezers that they need to like run down to the pharmacy. I
Well,
just
don't
think
know
it's
if they're
weird.
running anywhere. They're kind of waddling with their little walker.
Scootering.
They get it delivered to their home now. They don't even need to go there.
That's right. Yeah. Oh wait, Luke. Real quick though, about what Santos was saying to me about, because he wasn't only talking about magnesium or whatever. He talked about this other thing, like something
The
phosphate. The what?
We're just talking about the tissue salts.
Yeah, but there was a specific one because of my zodiac sign he mentioned.
Yeah, so he was saying you need, if I remember, potassium sulfate maybe, or potassium
Something phosphate or sulfate.
phosphate, maybe potassium phosphate. I think it's like the 12th salt.
So yeah,
Like,
something like. What do you think about that? Like, do you think that even like that holds any bearing or whatever with what I'm going through?
Yeah. I researched them because I was constantly, like I said, I'm constantly just always real passionate about human health, but I'm really passionate about having more function and more joy in my life. That's what I'm always looking for. So when I hear something like that, I'm like, right, I'm going to research it and try and find, does it make sense, and can I test it safely, and will it make a difference? So I'm using myself as a guinea pig. So I'll look and see, is that going to be worth it? Is it going to work? So I got some cell salts. Got like a box, and you get like, I went through all different brands looking for different ones. And I've done the same with Santos's ones where there's a free after your signs that you have. Tried them out, tried things. I didn't notice any noticeable difference in me personally. But I was doing so many things with my health and that everything was just constantly improving anyway. But I didn't notice like an instant switch happen. It made sense to me on what the person was saying on like the actual doctor himself, the Dr. Schulzler, some German doctor. I read a lot of his papers and how he explained it, and it all made sense. But the quality of the actual product, I'm very interested to try Santos's own one and retest some of them and see if I notice anything, whether the ones I got just weren't the best quality, whether they were just, someone's just selling rubbish.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I personally noticed no change in anything.
Have you ever heard of something called BPC 157?
BPC? No.
All right. Yeah, my buddy wants me to take it, and apparently it's like something that bodybuilders take to repair muscles and like I guess to repair. So I was just like, "Is this a steroid?" He goes, "No, it's not a steroid, but it's a peptide." I'm like, "All right."
Do you have to inject it?
No. You can inject it, or you can take it in supplement form.
Yeah, I would just be. I like to take things in what I consider the most sort of like whole form. So I would be looking for what is that ingredient and where does it grow in nature? What food contains that, and then I would eat more of that food.
Yeah.
Rather than
I'm
having the
with you on
substance
that.
extracted it from something, because normally, like if you eat an orange, yeah, you get vitamin C, but there's loads of other things in that orange that help the vitamin C actually activate and be useful.
Mhm.
Whereas you go get a vitamin C pill from the shop, it's just vitamin C, and it doesn't work in synergy with the body it's made to come as a whole with a lot of other stuff. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
So I like if someone says, "Oh, you should have this," I'm like, well, how can I get it in a better form that's more complete? And how would I actually get that where someone hasn't taken it from something? Because I might become deficient in something else to balance that out.
Dude, I'm the same way with that shit. Like when I catch a cold, I'll like drink orange juice and stuff, rather than take like vitamin C. I don't know why. Or
Yeah.
grapefruit juice, and it works.
Here's a question with you for like vegetarian. Have you ever fasted?
Yeah, I intermittent fast every day. I don't know if that counts.
For how long?
Like more than 12 hours.
That's good. Right, so if you fasted for a long time, yeah, imagine you haven't eaten for like 7 days, yeah, and you haven't, and then you come into a room, and on one room is a load of like meat, steaks, like just loads of bloody meat. Yeah. On another table is a load of bread, pasta, rice. None of these things are flavored, yeah. And then on another table, there's grapes, mangoes, papaya, pineapple, all the fruits you can think of. You can only eat from one table. What one do you think you'd go for?
Bread, fucking
Nah,
all the bread.
I'm going fruit all day, dude.
I
all
love
those
bread,
carbs.
dude. I fucking love bread.
You go just for bread. I think you need to fast for 7 days and check it out. I don't think you would eat the bread.
I don't think so either.
I love Kaiser rolls and Portuguese rolls. Dude, like you have French baguettes there and shit like that. Oh my god.
I mean, to me, it's a toss up between the meat and the fruit, but I think I'd go fruit just for the pure like
a croissant.
Oh, because it's so juicy and sugary. Like
I think there's just the natural like attractiveness of fruit.
Yeah.
You know, we put them in our houses like to sell them. We put them in displays. Yeah, if you put a load of steaks on a table, you know, in the shop or something, people would be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, it'd be too like rich. I think after not eating for that long, I think your stomach would be too upset to like eat fatty meat. That's what I don't know, but
that's what happened with the people who were prisoners in the fucking Holocaust. Remember, the fucking people. All of a sudden, the war ended, and they gave them candy bars and shit, and their bodies weren't ready to eat food like that, and they died. They dropped on the spot
from a Snickers.
Yeah, fucking. Dude, imagine if that's how Trevor Moore died. Accidental death from Snickers.
Imagine surviving the Holocaust and you die to a fucking Twix.
I know, dude.
You die to a Kit Kat. You're just like, fuck.
Like you're this close, and then fucking Milky Way is the thing that fucking puts you out of your misery.
Yeah, apparently that's why candy is so addictive and like sugar. It's because our brains used to like go into overdrive when we found like fruit, because it's so and we would eat a lot of it in the fall when it's harvested before the long winters. So like our whole like, I don't know. I heard this on a podcast. It might not be real, but I heard that like that's why sweet and candy and fruity candy and shit is so like addictive, because we were meant to just gorge on it if we found it back when it wasn't like readily available, because it would get us through the winter.
Well, they say that if you eat pure sugar, they say that addictiveness is like higher than heroin if it's in its pure form for actual addictiveness.
Yeah, me and Whitey have talked a lot about that actually. How like cocaine and salt are standing in awe of like sugar, like nothing compares.
Yeah, like how'd you guys pull this off?
You can just buy kilos of it in the shop.
Yeah,
White
dude.
powder, just right there.
Bags of it, like flour. Yeah.
And it's crazy cheap as well. It's not even expensive.
Yeah, that is, sugar is fucking, and what's crazy about food is you have to eat. Like, you don't have to do heroin, you don't have to, but you have to eat. So food addictions are real, man.
What did you eat today?
I had some chicken salad for lunch. I can't eat gluten, so I don't have bread, but I just like I mix it up, and then I'll have it with like celery and some spices. And then for dinner, I had Wendy's, dude. Oh god. But I only do that on podcast nights because like when we do this podcast at 6:30, I'm coming home after work. I really don't have time to cook, so I'll usually stop at Wendy's.
What's what Wendy's is like a TGI type place, but more chilled
No,
out.
it's like
Like a
McDonald's.
place that's overrated.
No, it's not. It's like McDonald's. It's a fast food burger chain. And I'll get burgers, and I'll
I've only
take.
heard it in references.
Yeah, and every time I eat it, I'm like, why did I eat that? It's never. I mean, it tastes good, but it's never. I'm never happy about it. Yeah. What about you, Whitey?
You'll be back there next Monday.
I will.
Yeah, he will.
No, I might stop for sushi next week, I think.
Ooh, I love sushi.
I found out
so
there was
much.
a nice sushi place in my town, and I don't have to go out of town to get it. So
You ever eat any vegetarian sushi, Luke?
I've tried it before, but because I don't eat rice, like
Oh, that's
it
right.
becomes
rice,
like
too.
I can eat just the seaweed, and then it's just a piece of seaweed, you know.
I mean, you could make it with quinoa or something.
Yeah.
I've had quinoa sushi, like with.
Mate, who
with
was that guy
quinoa.
sending you in recipes? Get him to make me a grain-free
Fucking
vegetarian recipe for sushi.
It's weird,
He gave
dude.
us
That could be his next challenge.
burger burritos last week.
It's weird because the only grain I can eat is rice. I don't know why.
You don't even oatmeal?
Nah, but it bothers me.
I don't know. What, like any specific rice or just like white rice or any rice?
I stick to white rices, but I've had brown rice and it didn't bother me.
Gotcha.
I think it might just be easy to digest, and that's why. Whereas like oats and wheat and shit can be really like rye, barley. That shit just like I don't know. Grains are weird. It's like from a fucking grass, and you
From grass?
yeah, it's just from grass, dude. You're eating the tops of grass.
Yeah.
Tops of
Yeah.
the-
Yeah, Jeff. You're onto something
dude.
there, buddy.
You are, dude. Why are you acting like I'm crazy?
No, I just.
Like, you ever seen like regular
Yeah.
like grass that would be in like your yard? You ever seen when it gets tall enough and it makes that little like pod at the top? Like, that's basically what wheat is, just for a bigger
but-
grass.
My parents mowed the lawn, so no.
Yeah, I do too, Whitey. I'm a fucking
this is-
landscaper.
Rice is part of the grass family of plants, but we don't eat grass like a cow does. And a cow needs 4 stomachs just to process grass because of the proteins in it, and it's the proteins that are in the grains is why I don't eat the grains, because the proteins are very hard for a human to digest.
Well, you want to know
It
something
causes
amazing?
inflammation in the gut.
I
Is
wonder
that
if
I'm allergic to. Hey, Jim.
I wonder if I cut out rice though. What he just said. Maybe I'll feel better.
What, ate the way the cows do it?
No, cut out rice.
Gain another 3 stomachs.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But do you eat a lot of rice? Or
I
if you're
don't.
only eating white rice?
I don't eat a lot of rice. I eat it maybe once, twice a week, if that.
That's actually a lot more than I thought you were gonna say. That's actually a good amount.
If you eat something and you feel tired afterwards and you feel like you need to sleep, you know, it's costing you like we eat because we think, oh, I need to eat to maintain energy. If I don't eat, I won't have energy. But then we eat something and then we go to sleep, or we get really tired and it's like you're knocked out for an hour, 2 hours. And I noticed when I eat rice, like I don't, the energy goes right down because his body has to now put more process into actually digesting something more complicated. When I eat lots of plants and like certain leafy greens, I can eat that and I don't even need to stop what I'm doing. I can just stop. It just takes the time it takes to chew it and put it in my body and then get back to whatever I want to be doing. But there's no sort of digestive time waste. Like there's no energy taken.
Pretty interesting, man.
If you're having problems digesting, have you ever tried apple cider vinegar? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I tried to drink that before.
You just like
It hurts.
15 minutes before you eat your meal, just a little spoon before your meal to increase the acid in your stomach, like what you're saying with the lemon and the pickle juice. It's just a very good form of like acid for the gut.
Yeah.
Is this stuff like on a different level? Is it like way better than lemon for helping the acid in your stomach?
It helps the acid a lot, but the bigger benefit is actually it's bacteria that is in it that grows, remakes your environment basically inside your gut.
When you say a spoonful, like a tablespoon or a teaspoon?
Yeah, like a table, like 5 mils, you know. So like a big spoon.
Big spoon.
Is it tablespoons? Is a big one? Does that a spoon?
That's a tablespoon here. Okay.
Or you could just have a salad with every meal, man, with some apple cider vinegar dressing. You know?
Maybe I think I have
you
to
want to
change
get it
up
in
my diet.
You want to get it in with just water on its own before you eat, because it takes about 15 minutes for then the acid and stuff in the stomach to get ready to process the food you're about to put in it. Whereas when you put it in with the food, it's slightly different because it's already alkalizing with the salad.
What about with what I'm doing? I usually use the lemon when my stomach's already bothering me, so I'm technically doing it after the food. Is that not as effective as well?
That's if you're getting like, do you get heartburn at all, or just pain in your stomach?
No, not heartburn. Pain in the stomach if I ate something that didn't agree with me.
Don't eat things that don't agree with you would be the first thing.
Why you gotta yell at me on my own podcast, Luke? why you gotta be like this?
I only get that with like really like
my face only hurts when he hits me.
Yeah.
Don't let him hit ya.
Like I only really get that with spicy things like horseradish, or like wasabi.
Well, the medication my neurologist also put me on is making my stomach very weak.
We never finished that. I asked you what is inflammation in the body. Then we went into
that was the first thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is inflammation, Luke?
So when you get a bruise, you have inflammation. When you get injured, it's the breakdown of a cell. When every cell you're constantly regenerating, in that process is inflammation. So when it's happening too excessively, you have too much inflammation. You have too many cells breaking down. Yeah. So you want antioxidants because that's oxidization process happening in your cells. You actually need to increase your antioxidant levels to combat. It means you've got cells that are breaking down more rapidly. And if you're in stress, the body normally starts to regenerate quicker to try and heal to get things done, or if the gut needs to regenerate quicker. So you just need to up your basically rich red colored fruits and foods. Anything that's got a really rich dark red color, that's high in antioxidants.
Oh, like pomegranate?
Like a beet?
Yeah, pomegranate. What do you call it?
Pomegranate. Oh, dude.
Pomegranate.
Every time I've eaten beet.
Pomegranate.
What's it?
It's pomegranate, not pomegranate.
No, it's pomegranate.
No, it's pomegranate.
No, it's not.
I go to voice this text to speech. It's pomegranate.
It's pomegranate.
It's not pomegranate.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
In what way?
Do the text voice thing because it was funny the other day because you had a sexy voice saying it. Let's hear the voice. I want to hear.
We did listen to episode 4.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it's called now.
But Luke, this is the same guy that says axe instead of ask. All right.
Well, I didn't
You're
say I
dealing
was
with
right.
a mumble mouth over here who doesn't pronounce anything correctly.
I didn't say that. Wait, hold on. Where's text to speech?
It's pomegranate, dude. I speak English. I know how to spell.
Hold on. Text to speech.
Dude, there hasn't been a time that I've eaten beets and I've not freaked out. Oh my god. Yeah, thank you.
Ah, shit.
1 for Gem. 0
Pomegranate.
for Whitey.
God damn it. I'm actually disappointed. Wait, so I've been saying pomegranate this whole time.
Yeah, you showed your ass. You showed your
You
ass.
should have been laughing behind your back of it.
And we all seen it.
I feel like I walked into class like with toilet paper hanging from my fucking trousers.
Every time I've eaten beets, the next time I shit, I think I have like bowel cancer. And every time it gets me. I look down, I'm like, why the fuck am I bleeding from my ass? And then within like the next 5 minutes to an hour, I'll be like, oh, I ate beets after freaking out.
It's a good way to test how fast your system is moving, because you should, every time you eat, you should go toilet. So if you're not going toilet like some people don't go every day, you know. So if you eat a load of beets, you then will know how long it took to go through your system, because it should happen within 24 hours. So that's a good way of testing the speed of your insights.
I usually take a dump maybe once every 2 days.
Really?
So like not every day. Yeah.
Once every 2 days.
I go
Well,
every day.
I will say though, if I have like a lot of food a day before, the next day I might take a dump like 2 or 3 times that day. Mine aren't like spaced out once a day. It's either
Yours
0
like
in a day.
It's multiple spread throughout.
Yeah, it's just like once I go in the morning, it's like, oh, this is gonna be a long day.
I'm like a double barrel shotgun. Like sometimes I get like 2 off, but it's usually 1 shot.
Yeah.
And it's usually close. Like I'll shit and then I'll get up and think I'm done, and then I'll have to run back in like 20 minutes. Go for round 2. I ate Mexican food the other night, and oh man, in the morning, woo! Went for a wild ride. My ass was burning, dude.
Dude, I remember I had Spanish food or whatever, and the next morning I decided to have 2 cups of black coffee.
Oh.
And I'm driving into the office, and I'm just like, I'm sweating. I'm not gonna make it.
Dude, this year on my birthday, I'm lactose intolerant. I got ice cream after the bike ride, and then I like drove back home, and like as I'm driving back home, dude, I never come so close to shitting my pants. I was clenching as hard as I could, and I kept rocking back and forth, and I'm out loud. I'm like, oh my god, man! I'm like, I can't believe I'm gonna shit my pants. And I run inside, get on the toilet, and I literally all I shit out was the little amount of ice cream I ate. It was just one little squirt. I was like, fucking ass.
See, Luke, see all the things you miss out when you have a diet like me and Jem.
Yep. I'll better go have some spicy food and some coffee just to experience it.
Yeah. Nah, but you ever just want to take a fucking nice bite of bacon, dude? Just a little nibble.
No, I don't like. The only thing that I've craved is fried chicken, greasy, really cheap fried chicken from like a real dirty little shop in London or something.
I love this guy.
Oh,
yes.
don't you want to just lick it?
You go in there and I look at the guy and I'm like, I don't want him to like come near me, but I want to eat his chicken.
He's like a guy at a mall
he looks
kiosk, like have the chicken, just have some.
It's like they haven't cleaned the place. It's like just filthy everywhere. Do you know what I mean? They don't even clean up after. It's just grimy, and but they do the most greasiest, dirtiest chicken, and that's my favorite.
Oh my god! Every time I pass,
that's hilarious. That's like a guy who's like hasn't had sex for a long time, and it's like I just want a whore.
Oh yeah. Every time I can't eat gluten, but every time I walk by a Chinese restaurant, man, I smell the crab rangoons, dude. Just that fried smell with just the soy sauce, and I'm like, I have to have a verbal argument in my head every time. Dude. And I'm like,
not worth it.
I'm like, I know it's not worth it, but my mind's still like, dude, come on, just like 1 crab rangoon, just like one, like cut it in half. You'll suffer for a little bit, but I have to be like, no.
Oh, will that one really like fuck you up?
I don't know, because I haven't tried it, but I know I'm gonna break down one day, because dude, nothing smells better than a fucking Chinese restaurant when you, oh my god. You just walk by in the MSG and fucking...
Yeah, I was just going to say, just a nice bucket of MSG.
Yeah, dude. Just the best.
It's crack. It's legalized crack.
Yeah, no. Like, if I could eat anything and nothing mattered, yeah, there was no sort of moral dilemmas and no health anything, so I think I would just eat fried chicken and pastries.
Ooh, pastries.
It's like all different types of pastries, chocolate, and fried chicken, and if I was purely going for pleasure of eating, of taste.
If I'm ever in prison on death row, I'm going to Luke for my final meal recommendations.
Yeah, and then you just get a load of plants, and you'd be like, oh, what? I thought you said fried chicken.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed off if you gave me I'd kill myself.
I go, here's some sushi, but there's no rice, and there's no fish. Here's a piece of seaweed.
Yeah.
Not even in a roll.
Oh, I'd be fuming.
Imagine that, like your last meal, you think you're getting like, a big thing of chicken and fucking steak and pastries and shit, and they come in with a salad.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I I think I would get a big bowl of chicken and broccoli fettuccine alfredo, dude. That'd be my last meal.
Too clean. It's too
No,
proper.
it's not. It's cheesy and rich and fucking.
No Haagen-Dazs on the side?
I have a heart murmur, dude. I don't like ice cream anyway, and I'm lactose intolerant. Wait,
You don't like ice cream?
I'm lactose intolerant. It tastes
Yeah, but
too.
if you wasn't lactose intolerant, you like the taste.
No, not really. It's too.
So you don't like ice cream. So that's like saying you don't like dogs or you don't like cats.
Yeah, it's
You
too.
don't like
Yeah.
ice cream.
It's too milky. It's too. I can taste the milk. It's just.
Yeah.
I hate milk. It has this weird aftertaste. I don't know. I'm not a big ice cream guy. But would you guys trust the last meal though?
What do you mean?
Right, what's the worst that can happen?
Well,
It's your last meal.
Yeah, it's your
You-
last
you
meal.
was
That's a
poisoned.
great question.
But what
yeah.
I'm saying is like, if you're like a murderer or something, and you're because they're killing you. You did something really bad, and then they're gonna give you food. Don't you think they're gonna like jizz and fucking piss in it? Like they're gonna be like, oh, this fucking child.
It's your
murderer.
last meal.
I know,
Who
but they're
gives
gonna
a
shit
fuck?
on it, dude. They're not like you think they're actually
Yeah,
like making it like with a
But
top
if you
chef.
don't know,
You're gonna know if there's shit in it.
No, dude, there's probably
You know if
shit.
there's
Dude,
shit in
look-
it.
Think about all
But
the
if they-
times you've been to Wendy's. They've probably done some fucked up shit to your burger and you didn't know it.
Nah.
You're like, the mayonnaise is extra good today. Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time. They're looking from the back just laughing.
No,
Yeah, he
I-
don't like ice cream. He deserves it.
I did hear a story once about a girl who went to McDonald's and some creepy like guy like jizzed on her chicken nuggets.
Jeez, wait, chicken nugget. That's like the worst one to jizz on. Like, it's so- you can easily tell on chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
I find it when I hear them stories, I'm like, who can do it that quick and in that environment anyway? Like, is it?
That's a good question.
That's a
That's
You know, what I mean,
great
that's not,
question.
it's not even easy.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
thinking.
they're like what?
Well, you know who could do it? The guy who's fucking got the balls to jizz on some girl's chicken nuggets. Like, he's obviously not all the way there.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. The rundown is he makes the nuggets. He puts it in his pocket discreetly, right? Now he goes into the bathroom, locks it, and then you know how you can like jerk off like really fast if you really need to, like you can get to a nut really fast if you need to.
If
When
you need to, well, when have I needed to get it to a nut really fast? Jim, what circumstances have you been put in?
And have you ever worked in a McDonald's?
Yeah, dude. You know when you need to not like what? Like, dude,
No, I'm saying like you have a strict time period. Like you
Jim, you need to know the bomb's gonna blow.
Yeah, like you have to be to work in like 20 minutes, and like you gotta quick jerk. You can't.
Yeah, but that's different. You're at home.
You
you're
can't save it for later.
comfortable.
Oh, wait.
That's so different, dude.
It's not, because here's the thing is like
It's not compared to jerking off in the McDonald's bathroom on some girl's number 6.
well, because normally like when you jerk off, you're like you're enjoying it. You're not just rushing. You're going through the motions. You know, it's more of a thing. where
You got
you're
candles set
picking
up.
just the right videos. You know, you got just the right. But like
900 tabs.
if you
open.
wanted to, you could close your eyes tonight and just jerk off in like a minute. You could do it.
It's
Go
hard
really
for me,
fast,
man.
pulse at the right moments. So that's
It's
what I'm
really
thinking.
hard for me.
I'm thinking you hunch over that chicken nugget thing. You vigorously go at it for like a minute. Nah, I would probably get like in my own head though.
You want to know something funny about
I
myself?
challenge you just to do it to a chicken nugget standard on your own in a minute. You
I
do 1
know.
minute. You can do it live on a podcast. I don't know who else will listen, but 1 minute to jizz on a chicken nugget.
Are we allowed to do that? Because I'll get some chicken nuggets for next Monday.
So you can get the best time. That would legitimately be fucking hilarious.
That just
great
reminded
bit.
me. Yeah, when I was a kid, someone said Limp Biscuit. Yeah, the band. They said the term Limp Biscuit is because a load of guys jizz on a
Yeah.
biscuit, and then the last one to jizz has to eat the biscuit. Is that a
Yeah.
real thing?
Ookie
Oh
cookie.
my
Yep,
god!
that's a real game. I heard.
All right, so then loser between us has to eat the other person's chicken nugget.
No, you have to eat your own chicken nugget.
I ain't eating my own jizz.
But you
But
eat
what-
mine.
I'm winning this motherfucker. You want to know something funny, dude? When you were telling that story, like the guy, like he puts the chicken nuggets in his pocket and walks into the McDonald's bathroom.
Hmm.
That's more gross to me than having cum on my chicken nuggets.
Why?
Look, I don't
He's
know
just
what
taking
it.
his nuggets into the bathroom with.
Yeah, just like some guy's gross hands and
pocket.
his gross pocket, and now he's in a gross bathroom. It's like, dude, just give me
Well,
the
no,
tub.
but it's
I
in
don't
a
need that.
package. It's in a box.
Oh, he brought the box in with him?
Yeah, I wasn't saying put the individual chicken nuggets in his
I
linty
thought it was like
pockets.
Napoleon Dynamite when he had the tater tots.
No, there'd be like a toothpick sticking out of it. No, it's in a box, and then you.
toothpick.
Yes. Well, sometimes people have toothpicks in their pocket.
What? This is 1958.
You've never reached in a pocket
Hank,
and found a toothpick.
I never randomly was like, oh, look at a toothpick in my pocket. No, that's never happened to me, Jim. Dude, what's going on with you in this last 10 minutes?
I don't know.
He
dude.
needs to go do a 1 minute jizz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Building.
I feel like
We're definitely gonna be calling this episode like now, basically. But fucking Jim, you got any more questions for Luke?
No, I think we pretty much covered a lot of shit.
Dude, Luke, man, this shit's been really fucking cool, man. You were really fun to have on.
I thank you very much, man. It's nice being here.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm
it's
really.
it's freezing. I'm getting real cold. I'm sitting out on a like stone park bench.
Really?
you serious?
This is the thing of living in a van because Danielle's gone to sleep.
Oh.
I can't do a podcast in a van at this time of night, so she's
Oh
gone to bed.
no,
This
he's
whole-
I'm sitting
suffering
outside.
for us. Oh
This
Jesus.
whole time you've
Yeah.
been sitting on a fucking branch, dude, outside.
No, the bench.
Oh wow! Wait,
I
so
wanted to walk around, but I don't know if the mic would be too noisy,
Oh, this
How-
guy's a
or
fucking
whether I'd be out of
saint.
breath and you think I'm knocking one out.
I feel bad, dude. Damn.
Well, dude, hold up. Everyone who's listening, by the way, this motherfucker made a fucking he made a video on his own channel going, "Hey, I'm gonna be on the Nothing's Pocket." Like that was one of the nicest things I've ever seen anyone do to us.
Yeah,
Like,
it was nice.
and his YouTube channel is literally like it's just your name, right, Luke? It's Luke Greenheart.
Yeah,
Yeah, Greenheart, all one word, and then you have your Instagram, which is Luke_Greenheart.
the Instagram I'm a little more inactive, but the idea was Instagram just shows like lifestyle, just bits of my animals and random stuff. Whereas YouTube, I put out more personal, deeper life messages and stuff. I just put out stuff that's helped me in my life in the hope and aid that it will help someone else in theirs.
That's
Some cool
awesome.
shit. Before we go, you want to tell anything else to the listeners or to me and Jim?
No, I have nothing to say to the Nothing podcast. I think I'm done.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, thanks for. I'm glad to hear about your girl getting better, man, and
Thanks.
I'm glad
That's
to
really
hear
cool.
about everything you're doing. That's
Yeah.
fucking yeah. That's cool. Cool to hear.
Yeah, I
your
wish
story
you
and
luck
shit.
with your podcast, man. I know you've only been doing it a short time, but these things grow if you're consistent. So I
Hell
look
yeah.
forward to seeing where you are this time next year.
Hell yeah.
A lot of pressure.
See
Lot
where
of
we
pressure.
are in
Way to be
2
number
weeks.
Yeah. Let's
See where we are when I don't have an apartment.
You do the jizz nugget game. You'll be number one. Don't worry.
I was just gonna say, I can't wait to see you guys in a year, and you listen to a year later, we're fucking coming on chicken nuggets. It's like, yeah, that podcast
Just beating
went
your old
places.
record. Now we can do it in 20 seconds.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
I'm just saying, dude.
And it's good.
You'd be surprised how fast you can do it if you need to.
All right, I believe you, Jeff.
I don't believe you. I want proof. I want to hear it in the podcast.
Just try to speed run. Oh well, you don't jerk off anymore. But
Yeah, I'm starting to think Luke's just really horny. He wants to listen to anything on the microphone now.
Yeah, just hearing that eating fried chicken.
All right, not the
Just want
nuggets,
to-
but the fries at least. Fucking something.
ah shit. All right. Well, this was a fun one. Hey, tell your fucking friends, motherfucker, about us, and keep sending emails. We loved reading those, and keep sending voice messages in stereo. We like listening to those as well. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
When does this go? Like, when can I share and see the actual this podcast on other streams? Like in about 24, 48 hours?
No, so it'll be on like YouTube and Twitch. It'll be on right now, like right after we end, because it's live streamed. But all the podcast platforms, it should be up later tonight and definitely in the morning.
Yeah, by Tuesday morning. So
I post it right after I end it.
less than 12 hours from now. Like you can catch it on Spotify, Pandora. Like where do you usually listen to podcasts? What application do you usually use?
I don't use any, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
So no, did you know YouTube is my main source to go to things, and I find podcasts
That's
randomly
fair.
pop up
It's
on
it's
YouTube.
on. It will be on YouTube, like Jem said, like almost instantly. Doesn't it need some time to buffer? Like if you're not subscribed to a channel, Jem, it like needs to buffer or something.
Maybe I'm not. I'm not sure.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to be listening to it that soon, but yeah, I'll be
It'll be on
sharing it.
Twitch immediately though.
Oh, that's right. I have to download it. Let me download that shit.
Yeah. And you still have Jewel, or is he just really quiet? I heard him like
Oh,
in the other. Is he
Oh,
still your
that's
producer?
right. Yeah, no, Duels. He hasn't been a producer for like what, like 20 episodes now.
yeah, dual. We might need to hit him up though. You know. We
What do you mean?
Uh,
I like that. What do you mean? Like, no, we don't. The blatant no. What are you talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about? What
He's
happened?
Well,
It's dust.
depending on how smoothly this move goes, you know.
Oh, that's
There
right.
might be a off week where I don't have Wi-Fi in my new place, or I don't have a new place, or like I don't know what's gonna be happening here. So, yeah. I
Are we
might
still
need
live
someone
on
to host
Twitch,
it.
by the way? Because I'm trying to download
We're still live
this
on
and
everything.
Oh, we're still.
Well, we didn't end
idiot.
it. We didn't end it.
We all thought it was ended.
No one thought it said it was ended.
I thought it was ended. I was trying to download it.
I didn't think it was ended.
Yeah, I didn't. Even, we didn't officially end it. We're still
I'm
saying
sorry.
bye.
Well, go ahead. Be next
Maybe you
week.
just have to end saying the end.
Next week, Jem and Luke can host the Nothings podcast. I'll fucking go on my mosey way and jerk off on some nuggets.
All right. On that note,
You enjoy that.
yeah, that's inappropriate, Whitey. Our listeners
I'll advertise it on a kids channel.
advertise medication. Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening, motherfuckers.